2034?
2034.
Great year.
2034.
Remember it like it was yesterday.
You think it will be?
Yeah, maybe.
Hopefully.
Which is interesting because
Well,
I don't
it's
think
nearly over.
OY is
No.
technically the not denomination, the nomenclature of what we should be calling our years. There's another one that's different that like subtracts 1800 from it or something. I forget what it's called. I saw it in some random TLG post. We can go with OY, it doesn't matter. I'll go with the original Dwarven years. We're at like 13,200.
Oh,
Yeah, that
thank
works.
you, Jeff. You're early because I need +1s.
Also,
I love that.
Cameron,
I love that.
rolled
Thank you.
these two, got a 2. Thomas told me to roll this one again, and I got a 1.
She's decided her dice are cursed.
Yeah, mine are a little garbage.
Just these are just these two are just having a little bit of trouble, and that's okay.
These guys charged
This
up.
one's decent. This one's better, and this one rolled me a nat 20, so I know what
How
I'm
have I
using.
never read what
Thank
it
you,
says?
Amanda.
Do not touch. May God have pity on your soul if you take this.
Let's go, Mike.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Wow,
the
it's for my
resub.
son.
You wrote this
We
for your
appreciate
son?
that.
Understood.
He kept
Oh,
taking
voice
all my
changer?
choice,
Did you have a
my
voice
chargers,
changer
and
on?
I was like,
Yeah, it always defaults to on. I've got to
That's
figure
so
that out.
funny.
tired.
I'll have to resave and export
Just
it.
wait till you have a high schooler.
Oh.
It starts in middle school, though. I'll just tell you that.
Oh, I remember
begins.
middle school. I was the worst.
Oh, middle school boys are the absolute horrendous.
I had
You're
class
absolutely
this-
right.
What?
I had class this morning, and we were asked to do like it was like the end of the semester, so we were doing like give backs, portfolios, that kind of thing. Somebody had us do a meditation of like kind of going back in our life and like pulling from like far away memories and like integrating them into today. And so I was like, I got to hang out with middle school Cameron this morning, and I was like, oh, she was going through it. He was like, think about like the outfit you were wearing, and I was like, I don't want to. I don't want to think
Oh,
about my
it's so
weird Bermuda
bad.
shorts. I don't want to think about them.
I have only ever worn the same clothing
My
whole
middle
life,
part
basically.
hair was probably the best.
You had a
part.
middle part?
Ah,
Bring it back,
nice.
John. Bring it back.
No way. Yes.
What are you afraid of? That's
What are you
what
Feathered on the sides, parted down the middle. I did for a brief time, yes.
I don't feel called out or anything.
No, certainly not.
Terrible.
It's different for ladies.
That's true.
Right?
That's
it
true.
was a bad-
It's okay that I rock it better. Than
You
John.
rock
can
it
just
hard.
say that.
Yes, right. So,
Just to let you know, John,
yes.
I am healing Throg.
Okay.
We'll see.
It's happening.
It is happening, and I will not take no for an answer.
All right,
and
fair
you will
enough.
allow me.
Fair enough.
I have
right,
to.
here
I
we
mean,
go.
Frog can't
Hello.
stop you from doing that.
How's the audio
I know, but
sound?
he could.
True.
Don't. I
John
can
could.
stop anything if I want to. Yes.
I am the
Actually,
dungeon master.
I actually have a contingency
Technically,
for how I could do that, by the way.
Throg
That's another-
could
Why?
stop me
No,
from
that's
healing
different.
him.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Oh, TLG rated us.
Hi.
One of my
Actually,
Hello,
I don't know if he can
Troll
stop
Lord.
the divine
Thank you
touch,
for the
but I know he
raid.
can stop the spell.
Yeah.
And here we go, live on video in 3,
Three,
2,
two.
and 1.
gods are just NPCs to me.
Exactly, yes.
I am above them.
All right, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today for Tears of Aihrde with my amazing crew.
Huzzah.
This is Blue Box
Is it
coming
us?
at you live and in person here from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. What a couple of weeks we've had. Last time we'll see this on the table. We've had this here for a few weeks, and fortunately, because I was out of town, I did not have to take it off and put it back on this week. That was nice. Thank you again, all of our rating friends, all of our good folks over at
that's right.
TLG. We are playing in the world of Aihrde. By the way, if you didn't see it this week, the launch of their new Kickstarter, The Hermit, by Gary Gygax. It is the first of the Gygax materials being published through Kickstarter by Troll Lord Games. There are going to be more, so check it out. Go to TLG, check out their Kickstarter. I've already subscribed at the top level, and I'm going to have some things that I can share with all of you as a result. I like those giveaways, but yeah, definitely check out TLG. Their new Kickstarter with Gary Gygax content is
Very fun,
incredible.
very nice.
Hey Chuck, good to see you. Chuck, have you guys talked about start times? Send me a text because we're still kicking that idea around here. I've got my
Playing
emotes.
footsie with the idea.
Well, let me kill that.
I don't like that.
didn't like it.
Holding hands with the idea.
Why'd you say it?
Giving a little kiss on the cheek.
It was right as there was no filter. It just happened, and then right as I said it and processed what it was. We can move on.
All right, so how's the audio and the video as we get started?
I'd rather not.
I had an epiphany. It was like the middle of the week while I was traveling. I was in California. I woke up at like 3 in the morning, and the most random thoughts come to mind.
I should have killed my players.
I should have
given them more
That's
XP.
normal. You whine. So
We do.
It was, but he's not wrong. But it was a thought about the cameras. So I'm thinking these delays that keep happening are because of an enabled
gonna
buffering
distract
setting I had. I've changed that on these cameras. So fingers crossed. Thank you very much, Jeff. Fingers
bet we'll
crossed
still
today we
bust
won't
that camera
have
right
any more issues with delays
You guys
where the
are just
cameras
too
have to be
hot.
restarted.
We can't help it.
Well, I was
It's
hoping it
not
was
wrong.
related
Things
to the
just
zoom
break
in and
in
zoom
our
out.
presence.
And
No.
I don't like.
I will spare you from it, okay?
Thank you.
All right. You are exempted from the zoom in, zoom out, unless you do something amazing. And then I'll have you. Way to de-emphasize or demotivate.
Do nothing
Yeah, right,
cool.
do nothing cool. Like I just,
Never ever.
I don't like
It's
being my face
impossible.
on.
It'd be impossible for Daisy to do.
It'd be impossible.
I don't
Hello,
want it on
Jeff. Hello, Chuck. Hello, Robert. Hello, Scottish Jeff.
everybody.
All of you, Tracy. Good to see you as well. Okay. Let's jump
But not
into
North
it. We've got a
Carolina,
lot
Jeff.
to get through today, and we have Fall of Red Dawn following this stream tonight. So I want to make
weren't
sure
there.
we jump
You
right
don't
into the
know. They
game.
know.
Let's start out with what happened last time.
Listen, guys, it was great. Nothing bad happened immediately.
Oh, what?
So we picked up last episode with the Willow King appearing out of nowhere. Nah, he was there the whole time. We just didn't notice him. And boy, howdy, is he really sad. He emanated
was
this.
really sad.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
He emanated this aura of sorrow itself to all of us, and we all made saves, and everybody succeeded. Except for Clicker Roll, the natural one, who was initially excited to be flanking basically the whole fort, and then fell down into racking sobs on the ground into a fetal position, yanked into a memory he does not recall of
Sad.
More.
being a child in a fight ring.
So well role played.
Which is, there's lots of stuff going on there, but the voice coming out of Click was very much not Click's voice. And it might have been David's, but maybe not. And he was begging the orcs around him to stop hitting him and to he wouldn't
was
hurt
so
them if
sad.
they didn't hurt him, and it was
I'm
all
gonna
that kind of
cry.
stuff. But while that was going on, everyone else was absolutely rocking the shop. The walls were burning. Things were getting worse for the orcs. Daisy was demolishing the giant. And
What can
Ashsap
I
was
say?
breaking his way into the fort, squishing orcs as he went. Dahlia, Dranik, and Mila entered their way in through the main gate. Dahlia just decimating orcs one by one like dominoes. And then the Willow King took his turn and raised some orcs from the dead and nearly fully healed the giant. Just really helped that guy out. Daisy continued to harry him, keeping him away from the rest of the fight, solely taking care of him and a mage all by herself. Pretty incredible stuff.
Wild stuff.
Throg continued to harry Nine Fingers.
Whatever.
They were both
Please
sort of
say
locked
more.
in battle. And Throg was actually not just handling him, but also at least 2 other orcs
Yeah.
that kept attacking
It
him
was like
during
3.
combat.
Yeah.
While Mila from a distance was
But
keeping him
they've all
alive.
fled, so they've been removed from
Yes.
the table.
Now there's just a bunch of wolves.
The wolves chasing them out.
Of course, the animals made their way in and were also decimating. At some point, Ashsap managed to break his way through the wall and rushed the Willow King when, on the Willow King's next turn, looked down to Ashsap and with one inhale sucked the very soul that made him a tree.
What was the
from his
spell
body.
called?
I don't remember.
Lamentations Withering.
Oh, that's a cool
You didn't
spell.
say that.
That's that.
I said it. I said it.
I
I
don't
swear you
remember
did
saying
not.
I did.
That's a cool
I think
spell.
maybe it
Yeah,
just sounded like your normal speech.
Oh
and so I didn't
no.
clock
This,
it
yeah,
as
the
a
spell is called. Yeah, I called. I mean, you'll see when you rewatch
Yeah.
it. I'm 99% sure. I said Lamentations.
I'll
Withering.
let you know.
Yeah,
I'm just writing it down 'cause
it
it's
is of
cool.
sorrow. It
Same.
is born of sorrow and withering, and he is of Willow, and he hit Ashsap with Lamentations Withering.
And just pulled the treantness from from him and turned him into just a regular, mundane tree, which Nilla had ridden in on. And so Nilla was now face to face with the Willow King and looked down to Dahlia, who shouted up at her, "Help me up, Mom." And she, with her vine whip that she's used multiple times, helped her up onto the tree. And then Dahlia, in mirrored fashion, used her vine whip that she spent a minor fate chip to use as vines escaped from her wrist. We had seen sort of some growth occurring there towards Click, who had just come out of his stupor, his sorrowful stupor, and realized what needed to happen, reached at his back, grabbed the Willow King dagger and chucked it. Dahlia then grabbed it and dove for the thing's chest, striking it right in the heart and digging in, falling to the ground as it collapsed into ashes and nothingness, leaving only a crystal in its wake.
Now, interestingly, that moment was captured. You've not seen it.
What?
Let's take a look at what happened.
Oh, do you have a thing?
I have a thing.
You have a thing?
You have a thing?
So this is the Willow King.
Oh, he's got a cool animation.
My hand's sweating.
As Dahlia
You have a
plunged the
thing.
dagger into him, I described the way his visage was distorted. The first thing was the separation of his crown from his body. He shook. This visage became a terrible aspect, fearsome. As he crumbled to ash, he cried out.
Oh, it's
Ew. Gross.
it's bad. It's bad.
Hi, idiot.
As he fell
Why is
to
he
the
laughing?
ground. He's in pain. He's in anguish. And he is gone.
And then he turns to ash
I
after that,
All right.
leaving behind nothing
That
but that crystal.
so much.
Bye, dum
Which was immediately
Dum-dum.
followed by shrieking cries of anguish and sorrow coming from all around us. And then as we sort of blinked and looked up, we saw standing before us a mystical unicorn painting. Manda, dressed up as Grief Blossom, daughter of
so
the Willow
so
King.
good.
So good.
Who
So good. So creepy.
went on to curse us. And I could read the curse if you want, because
I would like you to read the curse.
typed
she
it out.
typed it all out.
And then I will tell you something after you read the curse.
I have to.
Yeah.
She pointed at us and said, "You who felled the heart of the woods, may your screams join the chorus of the damned. By the roots of my birth and the sap of my tears, I curse thee, defilers of the sacred grove. May thorns grow beneath your eyelids, so every blink may remind you of the pain you have sown. By the silent screams of the Willow King's last stand, I lay upon thee the curse of endless nocturne. May your souls wander ever in night, never to find solace in dawn's light. Each step shall be a descent into madness, where your own shadows will feast upon your sanity. May the moon turn her face from you, and the stars blink out at your approach. The darkness shall cling to your skin, an unyielding shroud that suffocates hope and feeds on despair. Know this, defilers of my bloodline. In the vulnerable sleep, the solitude of your wanderings, and the intimacy of your loves, it shall be the lurking dread. I shall be the working dread that awaits to strike at each moment of joy. Remember, I am the shadow that flits at the edge of your vision, the whisper of the silence, ever biding my time to exact my vengeance upon you." So well written.
So good.
So spooky.
That way, she delivered
so well
it.
delivered.
She delivered it like a champ. And by the way, just so you know, there is a mechanical function behind it.
I assume as
And
much.
There
Hey,
could be other,
I'm
but
good,
the base one that is. So you have what's called Nocturne's Grief as a curse upon you.
Okay.
Nocturne's Grief is a -1 to attack and a -1 to all saving throws.
Whoa.
As long as the curse of Grief Blossom lays upon you, it is a -1 to attack, not to damage, and a -1 to all saving
I'm
throws.
gonna go ahead and apply as a new custom condition on
you
my
have
RPG
I'll have
scribe.
him do that at a later date.
Nocturne's Grief has been laid upon.
What?
Yes.
What if it wasn't though?
What if it
What if it wasn't though?
Thank you,
wasn't
Jeff.
Do not.
I wasn't there.
20s. If
Yeah,
that
not
wasn't
yeah,
listening.
exactly.
I was like,
yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah.
What if
It's-
we decided not to listen to her?
What if we were far away when she said it?
We're distracted. We missed it.
What?
But that is essentially where we left off last time, with the action currently going on of Throg and Nine Fingers locked still in combat. The only one that chose not to run away after the Willow King perished as all the other orcs and the giant ran
The Bloody Nine.
at the fires, at us, at whatever they didn't want to be here anymore. And whoever was still in that tent full of incense might still be in there waiting for us to ask them some questions and figure out what's going on. And that's where we left off.
This is so deeply unfortunate. My base attack bonus of +3 is now a +2.
You have a base attack of +3. That's tough.
Oh, John, if only she
Oh,
leveled.
baby.
Yeah, if only she leveled. Yeah.
Yeah, if only.
Who's the guy controlling the XP on this thing?
Do you want me to?
I'll do it later.
All right, so let's go around quickly and let's introduce characters,
Great.
and we'll jump right into today's game. And we'll just go, well, no, we'll roll for it. So 1 through 4, and I'll roll my D4 here. So 3, you're up first.
Hey, knock knock bleaters. Click here. Your favorite vigilante from the low quarter, Altamira. Real sad. Didn't do a lot.
I hate this forest.
This place sucks. Just keep failing all the time.
Get me back to the city, please.
Please go. We'll see. He's real excited to not be here anymore. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. Full elf, full vigilante, doing great.
Full sad.
Full sad.
Sad. All right, Dahlia.
Hey, I'm Cameron. I play Dahlia, Verdant Bloodline, Blood Rager, half elf.
No, actually, that's the one thing that we can stop saying.
Half human?
Half human.
Who knows?
Which I did rewatch.
That's
one scene.
It's still my, the class that I have on
The
the
race?
app, so it's fine. Yeah, thank you.
Moose.
It's fine. I'm fine. Yeah, Dahlia's. This is her element. This is where she thrives.
I'm glad someone's thriving here.
Somebody's got to. Gosh. Yeah, killed the Willow King. Pretty sick. Pretty big
Yeah.
day.
You did.
And I'm sure that I won't learn any horrifying information shortly here in
I
the
don't.
future.
I mean, I can't imagine what.
That couldn't possibly happen
no,
to me.
I don't think so.
No.
Daisy.
Why is he still got
Well, good morning,
It's
y'all.
just so fun.
He's torturing us.
I'm a level
What is
5 Nightshade Ninja,
Huzzah.
just here delivering justice to whoever justice needs to be delivered to.
Here, have some justice.
You know, I'm just out here fighting bad guys, stabbing them in the wrist, doing what needs to be done, drinking my sweet honeysuckle tea when I get a chance, and there you go.
You slipped into Cade there for a little bit. You were like
Did I?
drinking my, and you had to catch yourself. Not rum.
Honeysuckle tea.
Sweet honeysuckle.
It's not rum.
You slipped in the cake. Did I?
Mila.
Hey there, folks. Glad that you're here. I'm Rachel, and I play Mila. And Mila is a level 5 Obdura. And she's got her little familiar Finley with her. And we're all going through it. He is the best boy. That is a fact.
He's
Listen to
alright.
her.
He's nice
Uh,
to me.
That's all that matters.
You have a rubber snake.
No! I will snap your snake.
Jenny, be careful with your glasses.
We're all going through it right now, and right now Mila's a woman on a mission, healing her friends and keeping Throg alive.
Sure is.
This man's gotta live. I spent a minor fate chip on this man. I am
If he
not
doesn't-
failing.
If he doesn't live, you'll be upset.
I am not
Throg
failing.
alive.
There's my little boy.
There's Finley.
Oh,
Twitchy whiskers and everything.
yes.
Twitchy whiskers.
I love him so
Yeah,
much.
I had some fun with technology this week. You
I
can all
love
see,
him.
but
He's
he is
my
the
heart,
cutest.
my love, the joy of
all
my
right.
life.
So, as
And
we
sometimes
kick off our
smacks
video,
me in the face.
back the
It's sometimes a gaslighter and
and manipulator and a girl boss.
No, he's doing what he thinks he needs
He's
to do.
7.
Yeah, he's 7. Come on.
We'll be talking about it soon. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm not giving this man the I'm 7 excuse.
Man. I appreciate
man?
that. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, little man.
All right, as
Just a boy.
I
as
miss
we
good
get ready to
culture.
kick off today, thank you for, we got a good viewership already hitting. Thank you for all the resubs. Everything is reset with bits today, so we're going to be kicking this off in just a moment.
Bits
When
were
we come
reset?
back,
Yes.
yeah, all the, and you got,
How much do they?
Amanda
One
put that in.
each.
Amanda showed the totals, I think, in the chat.
I think she did that for Dark Sun. I don't think she did it for
Oh,
us.
she didn't do it for you? Oh, okay.
I also didn't have any.
Okay.
I had 3 left, I think.
All right, and those are 100 each, so that's
Okay.
300 for you.
Hey, take that down to 9,700.
Okay.
And
see?
95.
See, getting so close.
I'm at 33 out of 35. That's pretty
You're
good.
at 30?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
That can't possibly be true.
Were you on
I'm
slow?
calculating. Yeah, I'm on slow.
Yeah.
We're very close.
Oh, you are. We got a mouse cow.
Wild.
They're
No,
not.
that has to be wrong, Cameron.
Well, she got almost 12,000.
She didn't get
experience
5,000 more than me, though.
No, but she got 2.
I did win a couple MVPs.
Yeah, and she had
That's not
MVP.
5,000 XP.
It adds up, I guess.
Oh,
I don't
somebody's
know.
looking jealous.
Yeah, I know. I'm seeing some.
At the bonfire.
So we don't use milestones here. We use
Percent.
XP. All of these players level up at different rates. I track
I'll
all of
go
their
back through and
role play
count
moments.
everything.
So for Dahlia, of course, this was
I'm
I'm
big.
just wondering if I did something wrong.
Dahlia, obviously has had a big few moments with the sessions with the Fey, connection to her backstory, but then, of course, she also, combat-wise, has been incredible, and then plunged the dagger, which was the major effect of this plot element here, where she slew the Willow King. That had bonuses associated with it. I think so. I'll be transparent here because I don't normally do this, but I think you had the second most.
No, he did.
So you guys have already talked. You're not supposed to do that.
Well,
We're not
cheating.
what do you mean we're not
cheating.
supposed to do that?
I didn't.
What do you
Did he have
mean?
the second most? Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, because the whole David Click
Yeah.
reveal thing was a huge.
you also mentioned
driver.
planning the thing.
and you
was
plan
alive.
that, which
Yeah.
In
which. Oh, by
character
the way, we'll show this before we play the
You
video.
basically headed that up.
If you haven't seen
generally.
this, it's
Fair.
in our Discord. This was the battle plan that they invoked to come against the
This is
orc
not a
fort
this was
that we
next
see here.
turn.
So,
This was a hope.
This was one turn.
This is a fool's hope, is what
yeah.
this
This
was.
was the
just in cases, you got the Hail Marys. They used 2 of the Fate chips.
Yep.
did.
There is still 1 Fate chip remaining in the party, right? You have a major still?
We do.
Yeah. And then the fire, which you can see here on the
Grease
table.
under Big Boy.
Grease under Big Boy,
The
question mark?
fire here you can see is on the table here and here. These 2 chunks of
is so
palisade
warm in here.
have fallen.
Yeah.
They are under fire.
we open the
But
window?
just
I know it's
a
hot.
wonderful job
Thank you.
by this
watch
party
out.
of planning.
You got it. You got it.
And
Opening
The
the
heat's
window.
just a
warm,
bit
It's just
high.
warm. It's because we got so worked up. We're just about
not
XP.
no, it's not.
It's a little shy.
Close that.
The heater's on.
Close that. Yeah, because it needs it probably upstairs, but it doesn't need it down here. There you go.
Fair enough.
Okay, so John, it's protected in American law to discuss how much you.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
Who said
That's
that?
true.
That was Garrett,
say
of
that.
course.
Garrett,
We're gonna unionize.
Garrett,
Yeah, we are.
Garrett, it was so fun having you on for the last time on our stream a few weeks ago. And, we
For the
really
last
appreciate
time.
for the last time. And then before I did want to show this, I'll wait till break because we got to get started here. So here we go.
Okay.
TOA. When we resume, we are in the combat between Throg and the Bloody
And
Knight.
I'm healing him.
Well, it's not. You gotta let me in. You gotta let
us in. I want
I
to
will
be
tell you
in.
also,
minus-
the giant rather is fleeing.
minus
His
attack
turn is
and
back.
minus
so
saving
if you wish
throw.
To make a final, he's moving slower
I
than
thought I
yours.
killed him.
He's very close, I
He's
believe.
close, but he's not dead. And he's,
Also,
he's fleeing.
if you want to hand me
I'm gonna
your
kill
phone, I can add it in as a condition for you.
Thank you, all of you
I actually
viewers
have
and
my
mad
watch
chatters.
still,
We
so
love
I'm
you
at-
guys.
You're evened out.
Yeah. So
We'll,
I'm just gonna keep it there.
next Sunday? Next Sunday. So
Yes.
are we good to play, or should we take a week off?
I'm
here.
down.
I can be here, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
and we're
ready.
not
We
traveling.
can talk it more after, but I think it's nice to have it before all the Christmas.
Yeah, because we will have a lot of
Get
misses.
going.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll plan on being back next Sunday. So.
And I just like this game a lot.
Just like a
For
ton.
the week, and it's a de-stressor.
I'm glad.
Oh yeah, Christmas and New Year's are on Mondays.
Yeah.
This year, which might make the Sundays before a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bit more dicey.
I mean, we could do a New Year's Eve.
Maybe
Blue
New
Box
Year's
Day.
not so much. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, New Year's Eve, middle
but
of the day
definitely
thing
not
isn't
the
a big
Sunday
deal.
before Christmas. Nope.
Yeah,
Nope. Nope.
not on
I'll
a.
be gone.
Nope.
Okay. There you go.
I'm actually gonna go ahead and delete that off my calendar.
It has been added.
No worries, Amanda. Thank you for all the times you are here. I'm
Oh.
appreciating all your hard work.
That's such a yikes.
Mothered by a creature of darkness. Perhaps we'll find more about that today. Now a verdant blood ranger, daughter of Fey and Forest, even more than she knew.
I did say daughter of Fey, huh?
I did, didn't I?
Just kind of overlooked
I
that.
did.
I always said it with vibe. Like it feels right.
Daisy Bell, daughter of slaughtered privilege. One of my favorite turns of phrase. Now ninja of Nightshade, bent on vengeance
I'm
and
sure you would
reformation.
like that.
Yeah. it's on brand.
It's a triad.
The tears have fallen, but the weeping has only begun.
That would have to mean mother is a dryad. We don't know who that is.
Take one.
True. I mean, yeah. Seems like dryads are kind of important.
Yeah.
I will be expecting my sudden and tragic accident soon, is what Garrett said.
I mean, with Ram, it wouldn't be hard.
Stabs himself in the butt.
Poor Ramshackle.
And it fully kills him.
And it kills him.
It kills him.
3 damage.
Level 2?
Now, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Sweet little guy.
I have to imagine he's been earning
The
some
music of
passive
Joffrey
XP.
Schumann.
Maybe.
This intro and the music
keeping
all
watch.
designed by him.
Huzzah.
All right, as we begin tonight, as the orcs flee, moving in all directions to escape the fires burning all around, consuming these palisades, and I'll show this here on the screen for our viewers. Let me know if any music is too loud. And by the way, do we have any camera lag? I'm assuming we don't. Let me know if there's any camera lag here.
Camera lag.
Is there camera lag?
Looks all good from
Is my
this
mouth
side.
moving, but words aren't coming
Camera
out?
lag.
Or is sound happening and then my
Camera
mouth
is
is
lagging.
moving?
That's unrelated. That's
the-
just lack of sleep.
The Bloody Nine and his son going toe to toe as you heal. Whoops, how did that come up? I think I hit the wrong button. Wait,
Oh god, a new Diag!
oh, that's weird.
Out of no, off the top row of the other.
So hang on, there we go.
Falling from
yeah,
the
so it's
terrible
back to back.
tree.
I hit a button. There we go. So as that happens, so you're going to try to heal, correct? But we're going to go to initiative first. All right, so it's a
yeah.
fresh round.
We do have.
Does that mean I get to re-roll this since I can't heal yet?
Initiatives.
I guess
yeah.
you do.
Plus
Are you
2.
going to use one?
Might as well.
I mean-
smoke them if you got them.
Okay.
I have a 5.
I've got a 6.
Yeah.
Oh!
All right, so go ahead. You're going to heal, Throg.
Come on, Throg. Ooh, so much better. 11 points of healing.
Okay. You, through the bracelet, channel the power of Lehezi. You see his wounds are almost healed. The eyes of the Bloody Nine go wide. All of the other orcs have sprinted away and left him. Throg is uttering guttural, nonsensical snarls.
Yeah.
His entire body shaking, frothing. One tusk now broken off, snapped from the
It'll
blows
grow back.
It'll grow
of
back.
his father. And go ahead.
As I kind of land to the ground, can I run to go and flank with Throg?
Yes. So let's pull up the battle cam here. So yeah, that's easy for you. So you're going to come right there. Let's
I can't
show
quite
that.
reach.
Oh, she's coming. Oh, you're coming around this side, the back.
Yeah,
Okay.
just a point.
Yeah. All right. So you hop over. That would be a full round of movement getting over that. But yeah, so you're now flanking. And let me zoom in on that combat so they can see on stream what's happening there. There we go. All right, so here is Throg, and here is the Bloody Nine, his father, who we learned last
And then
time.
at that point, we probably want to save it.
Horrible, horrible story about Throg's mother and what was done. Dark, dark indeed. We won't repeat it. As you're flanking around, let's go to you, Daisy. Daisy, you see the giant.
Do I have time to take out? Oh, wait.
He's lumbering toward.
I get that.
Yeah.
Does he have a neck or my snake around his neck? He should
Yes,
still. Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to
So
Get him, Justice.
all right. So what do you? So what are you gonna do?
Justice, I
It's your
choose
turn.
you.
Okay. Do I have time to take out my crossbow?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot him with my crossbow.
Yeah, you keep that crossbow loaded, so you pull it out, and you're flanking him. So
Okay.
you can
I
sneak
flank
attack
him.
this.
Great. You just got to hit him.
Okay. I got to sneak.
Do you have any pluses?
We
I don't
got
suppose so.
He
That's right.
yeah.
didn't.
New round.
Yeah.
You're fine.
But how many did you have? 2?
2.
So add 200 to your
I
XP. Okay, cool, good.
Crap, Ola!
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Not the fire!
That's a nat 20!
Yeah,
That counts,
yeah,
right?
you threw a nat 20 on that. You could have broken Dahlia. Those are fragile.
Nothing could break me.
But it, right.
No.
Because as a
Thunk.
thick hide.
That
Thick
thick
hide.
hide.
That thick
That thick
hide.
hide.
What about justice?
Justice.
Dummy, thick
Justice
hide.
now will
Dummy,
attack.
thick hide.
Let us go, justice.
Justice tries to sink his
go.
fangs in.
Come on.
Immediate response.
Oh!
Is that a nat 20?
He does. No, it's a 19.
Hey.
Justice finds a vulnerable spot here
Where
on
it's
the
not
neck.
so thick.
Where it's not as thick. You know, there's no
veins-
fat.
the
There's
veins
no
sticking
fat
out,
here.
just
Yeah,
biting straight
it's
into
right
it.
close. He hits right in that carotid
He's
artery.
eating well.
pumps the poison in. Now it is a saving throw, which must be made for Jan Half-Giant.
Yawn. We're really in the fantasy now.
Pooping skunks.
Pooping skunks?
Poop
What is
and
this?
skunks.
I bet he'll still take damage, it just won't take as much.
Nuts.
Justice, you see his fangs, his hood is fully blossomed
I need
out.
him to die.
It hits inside the neck. The giant takes 2 steps and falls
Oh, and then we all
into the
start to
fire.
die.
Oh,
Into the
oh, what about Justice?
into the fire with Justice.
Snakes are smart. Though. They don't want to
into the
die.
fire with. They don't want to die, as
Yeah.
opposed to all other creatures on Earth would do want to die.
Some, I mean,
Hey,
Oh, look at my
Have you heard of
Lemmings?
Yeah, okay, good point. Yes.
that is not
That's
true.
right, yeah.
Justice,
It's not, but it's still fun.
delivering justice.
I love that you have
Have you
that.
met possums
I will
or
not
deer
stand for
or...
this lemming hatred.
Possums definitely try to survive. I know. He's still out there. I
Yeah.
got to take care of him.
Can I hang out with it?
Well,
No, you can't.
Oh,
He's no longer in the shape to hang out.
all right.
he went for a swim.
Oh, no.
He's taking a water nap.
And really, what a way to go.
Okay, so
It's just the sincerity of what's going on in this conversation.
It was as though my parents were telling me about a hamster. Like, Cameron,
He's having fun in the pool.
he went to
having
swim
fun.
upstate.
yes, it's
He'll be
thick.
back in the
Mega
summer.
Ray, THICC, Thicky Boy. All right,
Yep.
so
All right.
So you've moved around, you've attacked, missed with your crossbow. Justice has done his work, but he now is in the flame.
Oh, he'll get out.
Mila, you have healed. That was your round. You can still take movement. Mila, are you going to move?
I am
Why?
next to Daisy, who is not looking
Thank you,
well.
Skullagrimmer.
And I am staying next to Daisy, who is not looking well, and looking around for any possible things that might be killing us, and then realizing they're all running away, which is so fair.
Rosia, she's pursuing
Do I have
the
that?
orcs that are fleeing. You know, there is a vengeance. Dronic, all of them.
Absolutely.
I'll let you tell me what Nella's doing, but Rosia and Dronic, they are trying to kill orcs as they flee.
I think Dahlia too would yell over her shoulder to any remaining animals, just, "It's open season, have fun!" As they're like just jumping.
Yeah, you see the badger, the wolves, the bear. They're all pursuing these orcs, slaying them as they can. The forest has no love for these creatures, these twisted beings which have burned and cut and harmed the forest, nailed pixies to stakes. Fritz is in a frenzy.
Does he leap off of my shoulder?
He's already leapt off your shoulder.
shoot the blood
He
line.
can't,
That's right.
he can't fly. He's running after these orcs. And as he's running, you hear him, his little voice, "Which one of you was it? Which one of you was it?" He flitters his wings, like kind of thrusts himself forward. He can't fly, but he gives himself little hop jumps. And clearly trying to figure out which one of these orcs nailed his beloved Tipsy to a post.
Click like ran over here after the Willow King died to just kind of be with everybody in the moment, but looking up at everything that's going on, he just drops down and is just like kind of panting, and he's very hurt. He's holding a wound in his side and looks up to Nella on top of the tree, like
2 points.
kind of not saying anything out loud, but trying to
Healing.
visually beg for
thank
some
you.
healing from Nella.
2 points of healing.
2 points. Oh, yes.
Do I get that as well, or, because I wasn't
How
in the original?
far away is he?
From you?
Hey, thank you,
me.
first time chatter.
Is it
Glazio
6:30?
Diamond just watched 2
6:30.
minutes, wants to catch up. You can catch up. It's all on YouTube. But
I'm
also,
fully healed.
our own beloved Rachel here is going to be preparing a catch-up video of about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Should be done in the next week or two, which will give you a summary. So you can get caught up in a way that'll allow you to jump into next week's campaign here very soon. But if you want to go back and rewatch everything, you certainly can. We put them all on YouTube. And thank you
I
very
did
much
it.
for the compliment.
You could do it too.
Yeah, she played and then rewatched all of them. It blows my
She
mind.
was there for the whole thing.
All right, so Click.
Am I within 30 feet of Mila?
Are you within 30 feet of Mila?
Yeah.
No, you
That's
are not.
me.
You are.
Could
you
I-
are a good 50 feet from Mila.
Could I go 15 and then you can go
That would
the
put
little
you
bit?
35 feet away from me.
I'll go 20. I'll come
Click
back.
is not moving.
Okay.
You cast that spell at the beginning of the round. I'll give you that movement. So the two of you are going to meet up here, right?
well,
Click
he's
is staying where
not
he's at.
Oh, Click is
moving,
staying,
but he just
okay.
needs to be within the 30 foot.
Oh, I see what
Does
you're
Nella
saying.
have
He
any
get-
range?
Yeah. So she's already. So she's used 1, 2, 3. So Nella, what would you like her? She can heal as well.
I'd
If
love if she could heal
yeah,
me.
heal Clegg. if she can see him from up
All right,
there.
so
She's got a
Nella,
great vantage point.
Nella, the dryad, up in the top of the tree. She will heal and click as she casts her healing spell. 12 points of healing.
So
Sorry, that was too loud, guys. I'll turn that down next time.
Click
Sorry, that was too
falls
loud.
down, kind of steadies himself up against the ground, and as he brings his vision up, looks into that tent that the incense was coming out of, and the light sort of pouring out of it, and sort of a visage of purpose comes over him as he gets to his feet and begins walking towards it. Do I see anything under the bottom flaps of the tent? Do I see feet or movement?
All right, so
Can I pull this out of the way?
yeah, go ahead. And you can move the
'Cause
Willow
he
King.
ash.
Well, he's all ash, yeah.
Yeah, he's all ash. So those that missed it last week,
God, it's so.
this was the Willow
creepy.
King.
He feels like he's made out of like bird
What did I
bones.
just-
Like he feels so
Oh, I
delicate
just
to
moved
touch
that
and
around. Hang on,
scary.
there we go. There we go.
Was it pointed at your chest?
Yeah, it was. Here's the Willow King. This is the creature they felled. You saw his animation earlier. If you
So
missed it, some of you joined late. I'll show it
gonna
I
play
don't
it
want to
just
look
because
at
I love it
it
so much. So this was the death of the Willow King
so
as he went down. So
Bye.
the first thing is his crown separated as Dahlia plunged the dagger into his chest. His crown left his body. He was illuminated in a strange light. His body started to pull apart, and as he did, his visage turned nasty, screaming, horrible, and the Willow King perished.
Okay.
All right.
Works for him.
So as you look
better next
as you look toward that
Easy, just be
hut
better.
back here, this is the one that's burning. It's fully engulfed in flame now. You can smell the charnel scent of human flesh. You see billowing gouts of smoke.
Why is this one on fire? Did it burn from the inside?
Uh-oh.
Because there wasn't any fire from over here.
Yeah, no.
From the inside. I think I hinted that last time. I can't remember exactly
The
what
only
I
thing
said.
I remembered was
thought
the
they-
distinct smell of incense and smoke
Yeah.
escaping.
This, yeah, so the incense was
I
happening.
think that we read that
was
off
the
as they were
first-
burning a lot of incense.
That was the first time, I think. So the first time I mentioned the incense, I thought last time I mentioned,
I don't
but
remember
maybe
it
not.
being
But
very
It
yes,
was just
Smoky.
more incense.
but yes,
To be
this
fair,
this,
fog of war.
No, you definitely said that there was more.
this is on fire.
Okay.
Oh, it's on
He
fire.
sprints towards it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's on. This is on fire. The flames are starting to lick over the top of the roof. So
But
you
it's
sprint-
not on fire from the walls.
No,
No.
from the
No.
From the
inside.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now you see the concern.
From the inside.
Noting that that is what's happening, now
Yes.
he's sprinting towards it.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Can Nella get down the tree as well?
Yeah, she can climb down Ash Step. Yeah, so that,
Because
yeah,
I think
bring it down to the. Yeah,
the
that'd be
idea
fine.
would be to
She
have
slides down.
Head at least to your eyesight. She probably won't go into the fire, but.
Thank you so much, Sam.
Oh, also, if. Nah, they're kind of all doing their thing, aren't they? I'm not going to stop them from killing orcs.
Good God.
Yeah, they're all
I was going to
chasing
say,
down
we've
the
got
orcs.
the water barrels, too. If they ever lose
they're on
track
the edges
of
of the
orcs,
forest,
then.
yeah.
It's not that far, but if they. Run
Oh,
out
I see what you
and
mean.
if the orcs outpace them,
Yeah.
then they can throw some on.
Daisy Bell, you could also take movement if you wanted to. So you shot your crossbow. Do you want to move anywhere?
Well, I want to go and see if I can find Justice.
All right, so you're going to then move toward the
Climb up his
flame
back.
to try to rescue.
Justice!
Whoops, wrong one. So as you rush forward, let me turn him this way so we're not seeing the base. As you rush forward, Justice, let's make a roll for him, shall we?
Come on. Come on. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it?
No, I can't
It's a
read
9
it.
on the die.
Okay.
This is going to be a
Plus-
reflex check. He's
For a
still-
snake,
he's-
that's probably
he's
pretty
good.
good.
You see,
could
see
reflex,
Justice
boy.
come squirting out of the flame. Right.
What's wrong with you, Cameron?
Yeah, that
wrong
was
with
not. I
It
don't
was
like
just
that
a,
either.
That was
it's
good.
interesting.
it's very
No, it was great. Exactly.
Yeah.
Very evocative.
Interesting
Quickly, and
word.
he coils himself around your leg.
Oh.
You are a champion.
I love it.
Nice.
I love it.
Cute.
You are the bestest snake ever. All right, you did job well done. Give him a little treat.
What tree?
treat?
What tree do you give him?
I don't know.
Cut some
Exactly.
giant off.
This snake. This snake still
A
has
bit of
not
giant.
eaten since we found
John,
him.
that
He has.
exactly.
He got
He
a rat.
hunted.
Oh, you're right. He did. Yes, he did. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
good to
You're
go.
right. You're right. I'm sorry. I forgot.
You have a
Yes,
little
he did.
giant.
The scolding in your voice when you said exactly.
Okay.
We gotta get Jenny like a holster for this
As-
snake to
as-
He's in my hand.
As you rush up, click. As you rush to the burning hut, you can see inside. The flames have started from the middle. There's a desk inside. You see a man dangling from a rope by the neck.
Yikes.
His face is purpled. His feet are being burned by flame. The desk is burning. You see papers scattered all around, catching fire.
Oh, get
Having not taken an action, I only used movement. Can I quickly reach up and try and slice the rope? I mean, you said his face was purpled. He's dead, right?
I mean, you can't tell immediately, but I mean, he looks pretty.
I'm gonna
dead.
try and cut the rope anyways. Try and
All
get
right.
his-
So you're gonna run inside.
Yeah. There might be evidence on that desk that I would like
Okay.
to have.
So you disappear inside immediately. You're hit with the waves
I
of
see
heat.
that.
Now
You're
we're
gonna
gonna
take.
both see it.
You take from the heat, the flames burning all around you. 2 points of damage this round, but you do there's no roll to be made here. You reach up, his body thunk lifelessly, bonelessly hits the ground. His head lolls over,
I imagine
purple,
that's all I'm
and
able to do.
he has discharged.
Understood.
And he lies.
The man's
on the ground.
dead.
Yes.
Great. On the next round, because I imagine that's all I can do, I will start going through desk stuff.
Grabbing.
I'm going to pat away what I can on flame that's on the desk. I
Alright,
will
you
do
start-
what I can.
You see much of it's already burned. There were what looked like either journals or perhaps ledgers, which are fully engulfed in flame. But there are a handful of papers on fire atop the desk.
I rip my cloak off and just start whacking the desk hard to try and get what I can, and then just crumple up papers and grab them.
Okay.
In
All
the
right.
cloak.
In the
just
cloak, yeah,
full,
actually, very
yeah.
good.
Very good. They deboned him. All right.
We should see what that body looks like, especially.
All right. Throg. No words from Throg. He is in a full berserk rage.
Yep.
As
He's flanking now.
Careful.
as he battles with his father.
Again, it's okay.
Throg here.
I'm not scared. I have full health.
So those of you who haven't seen, why does it keep doing that when I say
He's so good looking.
Because he's just
No,
so
he's
he's so hot.
Little, small.
Oh,
she's
look
so
at all of
little.
us. So
Daisy was
attractive.
so little.
Throg battling his father,
My
the
baby
Bloody
boy.
Nine,
My favorite guy.
and as they are locked in mortal combat, Throg will go first, and he takes those massive gauntlets. He's gonna pummel at his father. Give my man. You know what?
You have
I don't have
pluses?
any plus. I
Yeah, you
do.
do. You do.
Moose
Yeah, you
gave
do.
you one.
Yeah, but he didn't intend them to be used in that fashion.
Yeah,
There you go.
Sean, that is literally up to you.
For you to use
Here we go. Here we
it.
go. Here
That
we
is
go.
fully your
D20.
decision.
Come on, Throg.
He's flanking.
That's a hit.
Yay!
And
Wow.
that is just a miss.
Ah.
All right, so
Even with flank?
he pummels. His gauntlet smacks his father.
If you
He
use the
stopped.
+1,
All of his grappling efforts are gone now.
Yeah.
This is raw rage. You know, he grappled initially when he was still under some measure of control. Now he just wants to crush, pummel,
How-
destroy.
How bad is the Bloody Nine looking?
Not great, not bad.
Yeah, middle.
Really?
Yeah.
Middling.
Yeah.
wow.
So
Man's
he-
got a lot of health.
But yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. He pummels
Might even call
him
him
with
a
the
boss.
fist. Now the Bloody Nine will. Is everyone gone?
I believe that is. We're up to
believe it
initiative
is.
again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now the Bloody Nine, with that massive morning star, will swing twice at Throg. First die is a 3. That is a miss.
Hey.
He swings.
Woo!
Throg bats that away. On the second one, he swings again.
Let's go, Throg.
That is a 19. That is a hit.
That's fine. Better than
He
a crit.
hammers. Fortunately, this he does not have improved critical, so that's not a concern. But he
be a
hammers
monster
that
if he had improved
into.
Critical.
No, he's not a monster. He's a PC.
He's a.
We still have
He's
one
an
more.
NPC.
This ain't no monster. What?
We still
All
have
right.
one more.
He hammers
Ooh,
Throg.
You have
Sure.
one +1 from Ash Sap that you never used. Could be
It's
applied
true.
to Throggy.
Oh wait, no, I think it was Nella's. I don't think he ever used Nella's.
Did you
Is that
write them
right?
down?
Well,
I did.
mystical
Yeah, Nella.
Mystical
no.
said you have 1+1 from Ashap that never used.
I was pretty
could
sure
use.
it was-
All right, I will use that for Throg in the next round.
Great.
Great.
I have it that it was Nella's because I think for
All right,
Ashsap
let's
they
go
used
back
it
to
for
initiative. Here
the
we go.
fire.
Got it. I'm using
DM
that
has
last +2.
a 5 on the die.
That's 4.
Oh,
Go.
no. I
Finally.
All right,
wasted a
finally.
Initiative.
What?
Well, except the
fine.
giant's dead. The half-orcs have fled.
Yep.
That only leaves the Bloody
Bloody
Nine.
Nine.
Yeah, okay, so he's going to attack twice more on Throg. That's a 2 on the die. That's a miss. Throg ducks underneath. He's beginning to get the cadence of his father's blows.
God, this is
It's like playing a video game for
And then a 19 on the second one.
That's
So
good.
it's
This
Throg
High,
ducks
low,
under.
high.
The Bloody Nine
On
comes
my
up,
dice.
hammers him
Yeah.
again.
they cheat.
Ouch. Ouch. Smashes into the jaw of Throg.
potion.
Blood is gouting from his mouth. He's slavering. It looks like he bit his tongue. That broken tusk, blood just pouring out. And we'll go to Throg. We'll let him go next.
Could I go before Throg?
I normally resolve
Or I guess it's
directly.
simultaneous
yeah,
action,
yeah, it's
kind of.
simultaneous, but I normally resolve but the first blow is a miss. Come on, give Throg one of those. 19. That is a hit. He also does not have improved
that's
critical
weird.
though.
319.
But he punches. Ooh, nice. Yeah. Huge Throg comes across. Those spiked gauntlets that he got from the knoll connect with the Bloody Nine's jaw. You see it pierce. It rakes along the cheek, exposing
'cause
teeth
they're spiked.
as it
Yeah.
rips it open, rips open his jaw. Blood just pours from it. His visage looks even more horrifying now as this occurs. And let's go to you, Dahlia.
Dahlia is going to just kind of she sheaths her sword and takes out the sap that's kind of at her waist, and in one motion is both going to like I think with like a bit of mirth of like I can't help it, like we'll swing with the sap and then like to like that low kind of hanging arm for a moment. We'll just like grab with the teeth real quick.
Because that's right, you still
Okay.
have your face of the devourer.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Face is going to be green, which could be important just in case of criticals.
Okay.
That's what is that? 22 to hit, and then a
It'd be a 21 to hit, but
17. 21, 17.
The 21 hits.
Great. That's the sap.
I did the math bad. It was 23. Just don't worry about me. It still hits. Doesn't matter.
Math is hard.
Oh, I don't have
Sap is a D6
Okay, thank you.
I concur.
D6
plus your regular
plus-
strength modifier that
Okay,
you
great.
apply to the greatsword. Oh well, not to
So
the greatsword. It would just be plus your regular strength. So
Okay.
6.
Okay, plus 6 plus 1 from Bless.
So 10.
10 damage.
All right, with the sap, correct?
Yep.
Yep. All of that damage is non-lethal.
Yeah, so you slam to the back of his skull.
Yeah.
He is distracted. He is looking much more haggard now, but he is not down.
Yeah.
Click. As you rifle through, you're going to take another
It's fine.
4 points of damage this
Okay.
round. From the burning, the heat, you're starting to feel the blistering on your skin. You grab the remnants of a ledger off
Great.
the desk. You're blanketing it off. You pull a sheet of paper off. It's halfway burned, but the heat is getting more and more. The flames are licking higher. What do you do this round?
Could I make some sort of a check to find something that might be more useful than randomness? To spot something useful? Including possibly even rifling through drawers in this desk.
So you're on the back side. You'd have to come around to the front side.
That's fine.
It is fully aflame.
That's fine.
So you will take a lot of damage.
That
But
is
if you wish
fine.
to do that, you can.
Yes.
All right. So you run around to the front.
He pulls that hood over and brings that the mask really tightly over his
Ooh,
face.
smart.
Gloves and everything. I mean, he doesn't have any skin showing other than this part of his face, but he knows it's not going to do much.
No,
it's just
yeah,
leather.
it's
he's going to
leather,
cook
yeah.
inside of there.
Exactly.
But he's got some protection, so he braves himself up, runs over to the other side. Basically, he dives over the table, gets to the other side, hunkers down, and just starts rifling through the drawers.
Also, if it's burning, you can probably just burst through the other side.
Yeah, it's just
also a
tent.
tent.
Is it
Yeah.
a tent or is it hard sided?
No, it's wooden structure
Okay.
with a thatched roof.
Understood.
It's fully burning now.
So
yes.
maybe not. But I will rifle through drawers. What would you like me to roll, if anything?
Let's make a perception check.
Okay.
And I'll make a counter check.
15.
Bad.
Okay.
That's bronze.
You pull open a drawer. It's fully aflame. All the papers are burned, but you see there is a silver ring at the base of it that looks like it has something on the top, like flat on the top. You take 4 more points of fire damage.
Okay.
Your skin is blistering underneath the leather. Let's come back out and let's go to you. Thank you very much, Chris, for that gift sub. Daisy Bell, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm gonna gather all my weapons out of the giants and get my bow back, or my bolts back.
All right, as you do, you see the giant's body is also now beginning to roast and blister in the flame, but he has a sack hanging at his waist.
I grab that.
All right, you snip the sack off. It is filled.
Dang.
Yes, of course.
I didn't know Daisy was that kind of gal.
You hear
I'm
Hanging from the
vicious.
truck.
you hear a clink clink. There are
On the back of
coins
the wagon.
and also a vial inside.
Ooh, buddy.
That's one big
It is
potion.
so hot in here.
It is hot. It feels like we're on fire, just like
We're turning up the heat. It's cooking.
We might take an early break and turn up the AC here. But so yeah, you snip it off. You can feel there are coins and there is a vial, a glass vial inside that.
Well, I think I know what it is, but if I'm playing according to the game, I'm just not gonna drink something because I don't know what it is.
No metagaming.
Poison.
As
He's a master thief. He's got
Rosia
a
and
little vial.
Dranik leave.
Yep.
Shadow animals are all gone.
All right, what is Mila doing?
What question for you? Is it on just like the side of your person?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Are you gonna punch me?
no. Mila has been in many high tense situations before, and there is something to be said of a healer's eye and knowing for which person to heal, because there can be multiple that are injured, but which one is the highest, like the one of most
It's called triage.
Yes. So looking
used
at
it
Daisy,
last
who
night.
is very injured but isn't currently in any active danger, looking at Throg, who is actively getting hit,
Right.
and then looking at Click, who just disappeared into a burning building,
Yeah.
Mila is going to run up to Dahlia, grab the vial off of her waist, and I don't know what kind of roll this is going to be, John, but I want to open it and pour it down Throg's throat.
Well, he's in battle, isn't he?
You're going to try to approach Throg.
A man who's locked in melee combat with
middle
a
of
big
melee
bad
combat.
man.
You can wait till the
I
end.
don't-
to-
Could you just do a
Warning
different
started.
kind of healing magic that doesn't require pulling potion down someone's
you
throat?
would know that's a horror, especially after the warning. You can see Throg knows not betwixt friend and foe.
I do have mirror image still up.
Okay.
But you still have to get your arm into a man that's
like,
doing
it's like
this.
the mirror, like
Well, and
you're.
if he hits you once, you're
Yeah.
I mean, do as you wish. I'm warning you of the danger.
He has given a warning.
How hurt does he look? Because I've put a lot of healing into him, but he has been getting hit actively.
Throg is not bad. Throg.
Oh!
Throg.
Oh, I thought that he was
No,
like,
Throg-
okay.
He just has a lot
Scratch
of blood.
that.
Yeah,
on
Throg is bloody,
Shield.
but
Got it.
he
Scratch
looks
that.
less
He's bloody.
haggard than his father does
He's
now.
bloody, but not bloodied.
Less
if you will.
haggard than he does.
So you can
Okay.
take it and keep it, and if he goes down, use it.
No, I'm gonna scratch it completely because if he looks decent, then I'm just going to I'll put another healing into him,
Okay.
and I'm gonna run to the tent.
And he takes an additional +2 to that.
Oh wow, good roll.
+2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 points of healing plus 2, so 10
sorry, I thought it was the
plus 2,
Oh,
and then I'm running to you, which means you would also get a plus
So
2.
many calculations.
Yeah.
All right.
How far do I get to it?
Yeah, right. I mean, a little bit further. A little bit
Nella's
further.
gonna
right
head kind of that direction. Does Nella have
Nella's-
any healing spells left?
there. Yeah, she has one more.
Okay.
Can she see me
If
through the
she's starting
flames?
to run through, I'm gonna say heal him and point to Throg.
Yeah. So Nella, I think will.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Okay.
I got you.
I think maybe Nella will
Okay.
just stand the middle distance.
Did you
of,
get
like,
two?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I'm not stupid enough
Yeah,
to die
so
in a fire.
Nella stops.
I'm going to leave.
She
if it
heals
gets bad,
Throg.
but-
Throg
Yeah.
now looks almost fully healed.
Great.
You know, the wound, the blood is being staunched. Who has not gone from the party? I think that's
Nobody,
everybody,
that's
yes.
everybody.
All right, initiative. Here we go.
Unless Daisy
not
wanted
my
to
turn.
move
You're-
from where
you're
she
go.
was.
So
Well, she got the
I had one
items.
left group, and we don't really need that.
We,
No,
I
you
just,
we just used it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, DM has a 4 on the die.
5.
All right.
Let's go.
You have it. You manage, Click. You pull the ring out. You take 8 more points of burning damage now. Your skin on fire. Your cloak is actually starting to burn.
Well,
your
I took the
leather
cloak off.
is blistered.
It's laying on top of the table.
All
It
right,
was
so
used to do stuff.
your cloak is your leather is starting to harden and blister.
Oh, David's gonna
your
be so
skin
mad.
beneath. You can feel it sticking to your flesh. So you
Mm-hmm. I bet
now,
some of the buckles are starting to sear.
Oh,
in
they're
at
they're
points.
heating, they're searing, they're marking your body. Yeah, you're in flame. As you, I'm assuming now you're going to try to move out, or are you going to stay in here?
What else on the desk have I not looked at yet? Is there one more drawer? Is there stuff?
There's
that I can try and
another
grab?
drawer you could try to pull open. But the desk is on fire. The flames are gouting
roof
all
will
around you.
drop, too.
So you have a ledger. You have a sheaf of paper that looked important, and you have a ring. Do you wish to try to open that last drawer?
You do hear Mila from the outside say, "Click!"
You don't hear response.
Hate that!
Can I, instead of doing the other drawer when I was pulling it out, does it look like I could have pulled it all the way out? Like it would have been fully loose, like just a crate that
The
I could have
first
carried?
drawer, or
Yeah.
you don't know. You didn't try it. Like
I'm gonna try that with the second one. I'm just gonna yank it as hard as I can, see if it fully comes out of the desk.
All right. So
No care to what I'm doing, just pulling it.
Okay, so you pull on it. You can't tell if it's stuck or it's locked. Are you going to try to pull more?
Yeah.
All right. You put your feet to it. As you yank on it, you're going to take another round of damage.
If it
You
falls, we
can
check it
smell the
after.
burning of your own flesh in your nostrils. You take 7 more points of damage. You look down. This door is locked. It does go through your mind. It could be picked, or the lock itself might melt soon. But so might you.
Yeah. How big is this desk? How heavy does it look?
No, it's a heavy wood desk, but it's also now partially consumed in flame. It's not going to be heavy very much longer, but neither are you.
What I want to do is get to the other side of the desk and grab the corner where that drawer is and just begin dragging it out so that it is catching fire on the back end and I am getting it away from the flame on the part that I want to protect. And it should hopefully be getting lighter and lighter as I do that, but we will see.
So you're gonna try to pull the desk.
Yes, as I get to the other side of the desk, I'm like, Mila, help! And I want to yank this thing out of this burning building.
Okay,
Give me more damage, it's fine.
I will.
Hopefully not this round, because you've already hurt me twice. But that is what I am doing.
Hang on, let me turn that down. I know that's loud. Sorry.
So loud.
I'm
That's
fixing. I'm
probably how it
fixing.
is for him, though.
Oh, for
Yeah,
me, yeah.
for you it is, but I don't
How
want it
come
to be
I
that
smell
way for the
smoke?
audience. You smell smoke? Yeah, that's the
Smile for
power
me,
of
raise your
narrative.
arms.
Yes,
Raise your
my
arms,
players
smile for me.
smell smoke in the room. That's awesome. As the flames gout up,
We're having a smoke.
you grab hold of the desk. Your strength is
I have 12 strength.
a 12 strength.
Not bad.
It's no 20.
You start dragging the desk. It's barely budging, even holding a bit. You hear him shout from inside, "Mila, help!" You have no idea what this means.
I know.
Well, you'll be able to see soon enough if you want to.
How close to the entrance was the back side of the desk? Like I leapt over it to try and.
No, yeah.
get it
So
back
no,
out.
the desk was toward the back of the because it was set away from the door. So you went fully
and
in.
smoke is billowing.
Yeah,
out of
exactly,
that.
and consider about 15 feet in. So it's got to be dragged out the front.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, he's pulling and dragging. What are you doing?
Oh, is it a new? It's a new round. It's a new round.
you're
I'm
ready.
running
You
in.
get to go.
Oh my God.
run in?
I'm running in.
You
He
run
yells
into
for
an
help.
inferno. You can barely see it. There's a body on the ground. It's already like bursting pustules from the flame. Everything. The roof is fully engulfed. You see Click. He's a macabre visage. His flesh is blistering. His face is blistering. His leather is cracking. And he's pulling on this desk, which is fully engulfed in flame like a madman.
I'm hand on you, pumping you with healing.
Great.
14.
roll.
14 points of
Very
healing.
nice. Excellent.
Needed that.
Feel the cooling salve of Lehezi's healing upon you.
The desk.
No, and I'm
Yes.
grabbing you and I'm trying to get you out of a burning tent.
He's not letting go. You can drag me. That might help, but
Yeah.
There's-
That might.
That's what's happening. How good's your grip on that desk?
All right, back outside. What are you
better
doing?
than your strength.
Okay.
It's true.
So I get my stuff, get this pouch, and then I look around. I want to go over and see what's in there.
Just check the first.
Oh, so you're gonna start going through the huts?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Well, do the ones that aren't on fire, probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
maybe
this
do the
is
ones
right
that are
close
on
to the
fire first.
palisade.
Just look at them.
This actually, let me see if that's caught fire yet. Yeah, the fire leapt onto this one pretty quickly. This one is not yet on fire.
All right, I'm gonna go in there.
All right. You step inside. You're walking past as you see Dahlia smack the bloody nine on the back of the head.
Hey,
you hear
good job.
the screams of Throg. The fire all around you now. There's flame. These palisades are burning. The bodies, which still dangle from the tree of hanging, sit there before you. And you duck inside. You see what looks like a small living area. There are 3 bedrolls on the ground. You also see there are bones. As you look for a moment, it's unfortunate. You see these are human bones. You see a human skull. You see a gnawed femur with a bit of flesh on it. They have been feasting upon those that they took from the caravans. You do see a small chest in the back.
I go and grab that chest.
You move over. It's about 4 feet.
Oh, then I
Yeah, it's
drag
about
it
4
out.
feet. And what is your strength?
I'm
I
strong.
just saw you have a snake.
Strong
That's so
enough.
cool. Yes.
Also, +2 to Throg.
+2 more healing.
I'm
throw.
14 plus 2.
Okay. All right, you grab hold of the chest.
Daisy's stronger than Cliff.
I didn't know that.
Oh, of course
Yeah.
she is.
amazing.
You're 5'2", bro.
Okay.
That's true. Short king.
Short king.
All right.
You can't lift it, but you can drag it.
king.
Okay, I
You
drag
start
it.
dragging
I
the
drag
chest
it.
out. Okay.
No.
As you're pulling and
If I
dragging
get
the
you hard
chest out,
enough, you'll just stop
Justice
moving.
coils back inside your hair. Oh.
Oh.
As you ran in, you also take damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You take 6 points of damage, and so does Finley take damage. And he has metal armor on.
I do too.
He's nestled in.
In her breast.
Yeah.
Which is being superheated now. He's taking
Fair
damage.
enough.
Yeah, metal upon metal heating inside here.
She didn't think about her goodest boy.
You feel him clench, and you feel him like rats hate fire.
Yeah, this dude.
He's screaming in your mind, Mila, what are you doing to me? Mila, Mila, Mila!
I mean, you
All right.
already did your thing this
You
turn.
already did it.
so-
All right,
Yeah,
so that-
that's what I'm saying. I can't do anything right now.
I am going to hit and bite
Finley
again.
over click. Finley
Okay.
over
Oh,
click.
that. Come on.
We're good.
20 on the sap.
Okay, all right, roll again. See if you crit.
Come on.
Oh.
That's an 18 on the die.
That is a crit. Roll percentile dice.
Oh my gosh. Is the orb here?
The,
Is the
oh,
orb
no, I
with
don't
us?
have it.
Okay. I never know how to roll. Freaking.
Just like that?
So we have special crit
Ow!
tables here at Blue Box if you're
No!
new to the stream.
That's fine.
These are nasty.
That's a
they can do the
9.
one shot.
Doubles. Yeah. A 19.
A 19.
Oh, wait.
No, it was a 9.
A 9.
Just a regular
A
9.
0-9.
0-9.
All right, so
Wow.
double your damage.
Great. That's fine.
So
2d6. And then,
+6.
yes.
+7, sorry. Because of the blood.
Remember that dream I had?
That's.
In character.
That is 11 more damage. Oh, and +1 from bless.
12.
12 damage.
And are you adding the -1 on your attack
So,
rolls?
oh wait, no, then it would just be 11.
no, on the attack, not the damage. On the attack.
So right now, because I have the bless, it just is.
Oh,
gonna
no,
be
even,
an
But she
right.
did roll a nat 20, so.
Right, yeah, it wouldn't have mattered on that.
The other one didn't
confirmation.
hit.
Okay, all right.
The bite did not.
All right. Oh yeah, he's in bad shape now. He's staggering.
Dahlia, I think, just screams, Throg, finish him off!
Okay, and I won this time, so
And
it
you've
is
got
Throg's turn. So here we go, and I'm going to use his +2 on this first attack. Actually, no, I'm going to save it just in case we get a chance to confirm a crit. He has a 1, actually. He has a 1 from Ashsap. So the first blow, he comes across. Nat 20! All right, so glad I saved that. I'm going to use this
that's
on the
beautiful.
confirmation.
Use all 3,
Here we
why not?
go. It is not a critical hit.
I'll bring it up.
His second attack. All right. Still, though, he is badly
gonna be
damaged.
good.
Throg comes across the top. Ooh, hold on.
From the top rope.
Come on, Throg.
As Throg comes
See the
over,
little nod he gave?
that snap on the back of the head, the Bloody Nine's head comes forward. As it does, Throg pulls the uppercut. That spiked gauntlet comes right under the jaw of the Bloody Nine. His head snaps back, and he collapses to the ground. As he does so,
Let's go!
Throg pounces on him.
Oh, yeah.
As one of my old sales
He's not
guys used to
stopping.
say, anachronism here, I don't do them often, like a rat on a Cheeto. He is on top of his erstwhile father, and he just starts pummeling, screaming, bloody rage, making a mosh of the Bloody Nine's face. Throg does not stop. When the body stops moving, Throg does not stop. He pummels and pummels until flesh is being stripped away, bits of bone chipping off the skull, and he keeps going, screaming in rage.
Dahlia just drops to like a squat, and then just from this dragon face, just goes, let it all out. And then is going to kind of turn her like face upwards to just listen for any sounds of screaming.
Mila's
any-
yelling at Click, too.
Well, I'm pretty aware of how you guys sound when you're all yelling at each other, but I'm listening for like, is there anyone trapped in any space that they shouldn't be who is scared of like, that's kind of what I'm, of like, are any people in the tents?
Yeah, you
been captured or anything?
you hear no other voices.
Okay.
And it is clear to you this idea that prisoners were being taken.
Yeah.
It
seemed like they were probably
It is.
quick
They were not being used.
Yeah.
In that fashion.
For the will of
They
it,
were being
probably.
consumed in some fashion.
Yeah.
All right. And with that, we go to initiative.
Well,
Well, there's no other
there-
enemies, so at
No,
this point
but
it's just round-based, right?
But, yeah, but
For the
it's
fire?
inside, yeah, the fire is going to. So we still have to run a
Does
round
it-
of it. Which one? The damage first?
It makes sense
Damage
to
will
me.
just happen as we go, right? Because you always gave me damage before I took my action, right?
That's fair.
On,
That's
on
fair.
my turn.
That's fair. Okay.
So now it's just
We'll
how
do
many
that.
rounds it takes us to
Yeah.
get this done.
All right. Yes.
yeah, never mind.
No, go
No, you go. This is more interesting. My thing's boring.
ahead. No, it's not. Go ahead. What are you gonna
No.
do? No.
Click is going to shout, Mila, just help me do this one thing!
I'm grabbing Finley, swift action healing him, and putting him on a place that isn't fire and just mentally yelling, go! And
A place that isn't fire. I mean, there are flames all around. There are flames in the
towards
doorway.
the entrance.
Just chuck
There
your
are
rat,
flames
Rachel.
in
Just
that
chuck your rat.
I'm throwing him to the entrance.
All right. You throw.
And I'm bonus action healing him, because I can do that.
You throw. You throw
or not bonus
him.
action,
gets
swift
+2.
action.
You throw him, and he gets the +2, and you throw him toward the entrance. He takes fire damage as he goes
And he
through.
heals +2. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 13 points of damage total.
But you're keeping track of his health, right? Or is John keeping
No,
track?
that's John, because
I'm
he's
tracking
mean
it.
and doesn't tell me things.
I'm tracking it because you wouldn't know. As Finley, you throw him. His mind, he is screaming in your head. You do throw him. He hits the ground with a thud, that chainmail giving extra weight. As he runs through the flame, you discharge healing, but you smell the singe of his fur as he runs through the fire, screaming in your head.
It'll look like Alcott.
Oh, God. And I'm
Whatever.
once again grabbing and pulling you.
All right.
+2. Plus
You
2.
take 7 points of damage, Mila.
So 5.
You take 9 points of damage, Click. And so now you run over, you grab
The two of us
the
are
desk.
working to pull that desk
All
up.
right, so you work to pull the desk. The two of you much more quickly pull it. You get it about halfway across the room, but you feel Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'll start heading that way. I'm
I
not
will
gonna
start
make it
shouting, Red, anyone!
there. Yeah, I'll start. Full sprint over there.
All right, you go to sprint. Hang on, let me make a check here. Percentile dice.
For what? Why do you do this? Can you
No, it might be
Just
good.
say it.
That's a 000. I just rolled a 100. This is on the damage and what's about to happen. The desk, there was something in that bottom drawer. As the flame finally reaches it, the desk explodes.
Okay.
There is a ball of flame that erupts inside, and as it explodes, each of you are going to take damage.
Click
got out
just
of
had to have it. Click just.
All of you mad chatters, you saw
That
the
could have
double
been
zeros, the
very
triple
useful
zeros.
or had knowledge in it or information.
No. Yes, but the choice on fire. Click.
You are actively looting things. You have no room to
In
talk.
on fire.
All right, I'll give a reflex check, although, I mean, you're grabbing the desk.
Let them make it.
This is gonna be really hard because you're not trying to leap away. You weren't anticipating. I'm gonna call it a reflex. This is gonna be a DC 18.
I succeed.
13.
13.
bad.
All right. So
Could have been worse for you.
I don't have any pluses now.
Yeah.
full damage is 28. So you would take full. You would take half.
I might be dead.
You're not dead.
You're not dead.
I might be dead.
No, you're not dead.
I'm dead.
As
Okay.
the
Oh,
desk
boy.
explodes.
What's half 28 would be
14.
14. Okay.
You see Mila fall to the ground, her body sizzling, Finley scurrying out. You see Finley come shooting out of the flames. He's smoking.
Dahlia is. I mean, I sprinted there. There's nothing else I can do.
No, I mean, you hear explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the
I
whole.
mean, I guess I can keep running. I
Do you
assume
run
we're
in?
out of combat. Yes, I run in. Absolutely.
All right, you run inside.
I say Nella. I pull
well-
her close, but not too close to the flame.
John, would it be reasonable to say that this explosion has at this point launched us out of the tent?
I would say it. It could.
You said we were very near the exit at this point.
That's you were halfway. You were halfway, but I mean, you would
from
be
15 feet, that
scattered
would
in
put us
all
like 6
directions.
feet from the exit or something,
The
17,
integrity.
17.
That's a
I
good
have my
question.
full
So
view.
let's do this.
She's
I'm gonna say.
Dead.
Because there is still some structure here, so you could hit the walls as you're shot out. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 35% chance that your bodies are ejected, don't hit a wall, and get outside. So I'll roll for each of you. Let's start with you, Click. 35 and lower. Nope, that's a 98. You hit a wall. You're still inside. You, Mila. Nope. You're blown to the sides. The walls are still on fire. You're both still inside the tent.
No, I can't allow what has just occurred to occur. There's
Yeah.
no way I can do that.
What has just occurred?
I'm dead.
Mila is dead.
I'm at
She's
negative
dead.
12.
You're at negative 12?
Mila just died.
You had 16 hit points?
She barely rolled any good for her health ever. And
Yeah.
28
you were-
damage was
And you
incredible.
were healing everybody else and not yourself.
Well, she wasn't even that damaged, but that.
It was the little bit of fire. It was 6.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and not knowing there was a detonating inside that
I'm at
desk.
negative
which
12,
was
and my con is 11.
designed. This was the this was the instruction that he had.
Oh, yeah.
He
it was
was he was never to be seen again alive. What would be done to him and his family if he were seen alive would be worse than death.
Okay.
He was to destroy. There was a detonation inside that, like a potion, which would hit certain heat, would blow up all evidence.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I have some of it. But no, John, I am going to use the thing you gave me about 6 months ago.
You're going to use your major fate chip.
Yes, John, I'm going to use my major fate chip. Would you allow me to explain what actually occurred?
I will allow that. And by the way, for all of our new viewers here, Blue Box uses a very, very challenging, difficult, and deadly system in our game, including nasty critical hits, permadeath, But part of the counterbalance are chips that the players can receive, either minor or major fate chips, which are earned either for extraordinary roleplay or can even be earned for extraordinary combat feats. So, for example, I've had a situation where a player rolled a nat 20, confirmed it with a nat 20, that's a 1 in 400, and then rolled a 00, that's a 1 in 4,000. They received a major fate chip for that, an extraordinary combat event. So these things are what make the blue box ecosystem of combat work. And what you're seeing now is something that this player has had for 6 months, a major fate chip. You earned that for...
numerous things. You gave it to me on my birthday, but it was...
Yeah, it was a stack
It was because of a lot.
songs and the David
roleplay.
moment that occurred.
the David moment, all the songs that were written by
And also
Click and
Click David, just in
all
general,
of that.
being
So-
super sick.
So
Okay.
tell me what actually happened.
So what actually happened was Click he's in the moment of this. The fire is a sound that he has come so used to in these couple of rounds that he's been in there. When that little lick of flame begins to hit whatever's inside of that desk, his ears, those long elf ears,
You hear the crack of glass, you know what's coming.
exactly. He knows something is about to pop in a bad way, so what instead he does is he leaps onto the desk and feet off of it, just full tackles Mila and leaps the both of them out of the tent, allowing the whole thing to just explode as he puts himself over her and gets flat down on the ground, allowing flame to escape over them.
All right. Then it is as you say, please erase that major fate
I
chip.
did.
The
How-
party is now...
If you would allow her to succeed on her reflex
What
save
is
instead,
what would I be at?
you would take 14 damage instead of 20, or none. What happened?
No,
How
you
much
will take, you will
damage
take none.
was
You
it?
were-
None?
Yeah,
you're-
that's a major
So
That's a
I'm
major
at-
fate chip. He's basically reversed the entire fate of what happened.
Was it?
You
It was
take-
28.
He
Yeah,
he
heal yourself
leaps
for
out
28.
with a surprising. David is not strong, and David is not large, and you are armored in metal, and yet. Like those stories, again, my second anachronism of the day, I don't use these often. Like the stories of those mothers who lift the car off of their
Yeah.
infant.
Yeah.
In this moment, this power surges through David. He scoops you up and leaps, careens you through the flame. You see Finley's smoking little body running away as you come through the flame. Go ahead, and you see them.
As I see like Finley on the ground, I like go to pick him up if he'll I offer my hands to him.
Oh yeah, he scrabbles immediately
I,
up.
like,
You
hold him
feel
into my
the
chest.
chain on his body is hot.
And I hold him to like a part of me that is maybe cool with sweat of like when you're working out muscles so
Sure,
hard
sure,
that your
sure.
body's just kind of gone cold in certain points. So I'm holding to kind of cool him down, just actively burning my skin. And Dahlia kind of like looks up and sees this like gout of flame, and two of the people who she's come to care for so deeply, just in front of her in smoke. And I think like there's just that like brief flash of her mother's body on fire in so many dreams that she's had, and then just kind of like runs to both of them, like holding the potion, and is like,
You on top of me is I'm
Yeah.
immediately healing you.
You kept saying David, even though I think you wanted to say Click, but
Yes.
as he flips over,
10.
is everyone all right?
10 points
"Are
of
you
healing.
all right?"
No.
10 points of healing.
I think I'm just pulling the both of them further away from the like kind of just through the grass.
I get 10.
10 plus 2. I don't know how many more rounds we have of this.
We've used like 6.
Okay.
Did you say that there's
So-
like flame kind of?
Yeah. So we are fully out of combat now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the
So
rounds
8
are done.
more points.
But the entire fort now is. You can throw some flames over there by that. If
Finley
you
also gets 8 more points
Okay.
of healing.
Yeah. Finley is clutching you. He is healed. As the fort burns, Daisy, you pull the chest out.
I look over as the other one.
I don't think Mila has let
explodes.
go.
Okay.
You hear the explosion. You look over just in time to see David somehow actually carrying Mila. That makes no sense to you. Leaping through the flames, hitting the ground and rolling over in a. They're smoking. Their bodies are both smoking. You can see the blisters on his flesh.
Yeah, I think Nella would probably have gone to just check in the other places to see if there's anything of use.
All right. So as
Anything.
and I'll
And I
kill
just
the
have-
ambient
You know what?
sound
Back.
effect here.
There's another invocation. It's just
You're
healing.
using another minute of it?
There's so another 20 points.
Great.
All right. Party, now that we're out of combat, as you go through, go ahead.
She's not letting go. She is holding and just dazed.
I imagine I'm at this point passed out from smoke inhalation.
That
and
would
other
make
things.
sense. Yeah. You hit the ground.
Oh God! Then she's starting to do whatever it is in her with healing that she can to make sure he's stabilized and okay. Anything. I don't know if that's a heal check. I don't know. I have the CPR. I don't know what.
Let's call it flavor, and I'm fine.
Okay.
She knows what to do, even if Rachel doesn't.
She is just like she is so in hyper focused on making sure everyone is okay that there is like no room for any thought or emotion otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so she is healed him fully, is starting to take things out and start making something to cover the burns and help with the searing pain that I imagine he is feeling, which is why he's probably also passed out.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine a lot of the belt buckles and other things are searing hot still.
Yeah.
If she'll start freaking tearing them off if need be.
Go for it.
Cloak, it's medical, not anything else.
Yeah, valid. we weren't assuming in that moment. I think if at this point too, if Dranik and are they still just running after?
Oh yeah,
people in the woods,
they're
or are
off
they?
into the forest. They're hunting
Having a
these
great
orcs
time.
down. Yes.
I think I'm gonna let you keep looking at tents. Dahlia and Nella will go and get to the tree line with buckets to just help maybe try to put some stuff out.
Okay. All right, so you guys are trying to protect the forest around.
Yeah.
There was a nice clearing, as I mentioned here. They cleared it out about 15 feet. It would take a good spark to leap across, but that's
Yeah.
still wise caution. So you go about, you start trying to douse the surrounding
I
forest.
think too, what we would really want to do is, and I would guess that Nella would probably suggest that Dahlia would follow, is to assure that that area around Ash Sap is
I told you,
like
you know it when it happens.
Okay. All right.
You know.
All right, party. We're out of initiative. What are you doing? Any of you?
I don't think it takes long for
Throg
Cloak
is
to wake back up.
still just pummeling away.
Just
Your
gonna let him do
brains are
that.
splattered. He's just he's not stopping.
As soon as your eyes open, she is then turning. Finley?
He's with me.
Finley, I'm gonna go over. Are you okay? Is everything okay? I'm just healing. If there's anything,
I think
literally anything.
There's like chainmail mark like on like just my collarbone. Just like,
Hands are going everywhere. Be healed.
Dahlia like takes your hands and pushes them back and goes, "Take care of you. Take care of it."
Finley.
Are you okay? I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
He's smoldering.
I will take the chain off of him. I don't.
Yeah, we need a banner.
He's smoldering as you hold him, and
She's like hyperventilating.
you have felt this before, and you know he did not intend ever to get, but he is to this place again. He shuts down the connection. He. How could you?
If you have, then you can, and that's okay, and you're okay, and I'm okay, and he's okay, and everything. And she just sits, and her hands are tingling, and she is just mind is racing of all of the possibilities of everything that this fight could have meant for everyone, not just what just occurred in that tent of that blowing up and that possibility of both of them not making it out alive, Finley not making it out alive, Daisy getting killed by the giant, Throg having been decimated by her father, the Willow King having murdered Dahlia. If there was ever a moment that that could have happened, just everything comes flooding in at once and she just cannot breathe. And is just not in this moment okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Click sits up. Sees Daisy with this chest. Throg turning Amanda to mush.
Yep. Making pudding.
Making pudding. Yes.
Looks up to you and goes, I'm sorry. I didn't see it coming.
Dahlia like puts her hand into your hair and like pulls you to look at her. It's okay.
It's not. We need to get out. Can you carry that?
Am I over by him?
No,
I can
you're-
see you by the
Yeah,
chest.
you're on the opposite side of the.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I
You got
wanted
the
to check.
chest?
I wanted to check more tents.
Well, you guys can
you
check
could
on.
have during
Yeah,
that
I mean,
time, yeah.
you'll have to hurry because
Yes,
the flames are
yeah.
spreading across the
Yes.
palisade.
Yeah.
I'd say you could have like 3 rounds. I mean, obviously that's consumed. This is consumed. These are consumed, but
Yes.
these tents are
Yeah,
not.
that one's
Okay.
been checked.
I want to check the.
Okay.
Those two.
So
The
maybe you come
skull.
over here and that's how you hear Clint.
all right. So for sake of time.
Yes.
Let me tell you, and the chest has a rudimentary lock. It would not take you long to
Yeah.
open it.
We'll open it later.
Just like when you're gambling, you win. I'm on the hunt for more.
Okay. So you find similar scenes in each of these other tents. There are bedding rolls laid out, straw, bones, bodies. In some places, you do see, in fact, when you go into this tent here, the command tent, you see there are trophies on the wall. You see the head of a dryad that's been nailed to the wall. You see 3 pixies, which have been like cruciform, hung, their bodies lying limp against the wall. And this was clearly Nine Fingers' tent.
Anything else?
Yeah, I mean they're like you grab pouches and we'll
Oh.
go through. So I'll give you guys all the treasure
Great.
that you get later.
okay.
Yeah, so we'll kind
So we've gone through that one.
You managed to
that
get
one,
all
that
of that.
one.
Yeah,
We can hit that one on our way out if
Yeah.
it's still up. But
yeah, exactly.
I
okay.
think Dahlia, after kind of talking to Click for that quick moment, will just go and stand next to Throg as he continues to just punch and say, like, if you,
Yeah,
is
he-
there any point that he's starting to
Yeah,
swell?
you
like, this
eventually you
muscle?
can see like as his final few blows fall,
Yeah.
you see him flagging in strength, and through the rage and through the screams, you hear sobs
Yeah.
racking underneath, and he calls out in Orcish, "For my mother." And he just pummels over and over and over again until he falls and just his body racks on the ruin of his father's body.
And what Dahlia's going to do at that moment is the flames continue to rise and it's time to go. She's going to kind of like snake her head under his arm and just kind of like rest like that muzzle onto his chest and just go, "It's okay. We have to go." And we'll kind of like go to lift with him when he's ready.
He staggers to his feet.
Yeah.
He starts to turn, and then he looks back, and he starts ripping the plates and the boots off of his father. He picks up that huge morning star. It has chunks of Throg's own flesh stuck to the spikes, but he takes these things, and then, even as the flames burn around, as though he could not control himself, he turns, he pulls down his breech clout, and he urinates on his father's dead corpse.
Respect the hustle. I'll hold the stuff for him. Dahlia's just got like a bunch of heavy armor and a morning star. It's like, yeah.
So
Grief looks different, people.
Grief looks different.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't think I would have seen, because I was like, I don't know, doing my thing with the giant. I noticed Ash Sap.
Yeah.
So I
makes
noticed
sense.
him and I go over and I put my hand on him.
You
I
can
don't
still,
know if this would be appropriate.
You can still make out. Sorry, that's the wrong one here.
You can still make
You can
out.
still make
people.
out.
Breaking news. Huge news. Breaking news.
You can still
Even
make.
if your skin's super burnt, you can still make
you,
out.
no, where is that?
super
Where
burnt.
did it go?
He's a blistered.
There we go.
That's super burned.
No, it gets much worse than that.
You can still make out his face in the side of the tree. Noble, benign, but now frozen. Simply foliage.
You can trim to make, what is it?
I was gonna
Propagation if you want to.
carve a daisy into him. Is that appropriate? I don't know.
You have no clue.
Could I propagate him? Is he alive?
I mean, he's a
I
tree.
assume that the
Or
the
did
soul was
he-
taken from him. It's still tree.
So
it's a
is he
tree.
st- oh,
it's
he's a
tree.
tree.
It's an aging
Oh.
tree.
Yeah.
I just thought he looked like.
Dead tree. No.
Oh, okay. So he's alive.
Well, the
Soul's
tree,
not
tree
there.
is
the tree
alive.
is alive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ash Sap is dead. The tree
Yes.
is alive.
Okay.
Shrimps his bugs.
Well, then, yes, I will carve a daisy into him. So I can always.
The great news is that Nella's probably busy doing other stuff, and no one else is here to see it.
Okay. All right, party. You have gathered everything. It's burning. Throg has the equipment he's taken from his father. Anything else you're doing before you leave?
Click walks over to Mila, stands in front of her.
I think that even before that, I think like with everything being so much, at some point, like while people are grabbing things, she just is getting up and is just walking out. Not going far, but just like continuously in motion. She is just not.
He's chasing after you then. Just not quickly, but just following you. Making sure that you're not going too far away.
There are. I don't know if she would know that you are there, and I think she would just start speaking to Finley as she is leaving, of just like I'm not good for you. I'm not good for you, but I know you can't leave me, and that is terrible. That's awful. I keep putting you in danger, and I feel like every time I promise, every time I say that I'm not, it happens. You just keep getting hurt, and I don't know. I can't. What I promise is that I can't keep. How do I keep you safe? How do I keep the thing that I care most about in this world safe? Because I can't. I keep messing up every time. And I know that mistakes are a part of life, but this is not. What is life if everything that I love gets hurt?
Click walks up behind Mila and just wraps his arms around her and pulls her into a very tight hug from behind. And just says, "You're not the only one that keeps failing the promises they made. I dragged you into that tent for my own hubris, and you nearly died. We both did. I swore to protect you. We do our best."
She's just trembling against you.
We can always do better.
When will it be enough? When will better be enough?
I don't know, Sparkles.
Mila.
I don't know, Mira.
Are you okay?
He just lets go and walks away.
Wordlessly, no communication. As this happens, as you say these words, Finley, the scent of smoke still on his body, takes two little hairless now paws and just lays them on your neck.
Finley, it's not fair to you.
In a wordless outreach. He can't bring himself to speak, but he conveys acceptance through his little paws.
It's not fair. And I think she just says that for a while.
Yeah. I think as the four of us walk out, Dahlia, probably holding a bunch of stuff that, like maybe, I think just
Pouches and
chest,
shit.
chest over one shoulder, just fine. Not a scratch on her. I think just wordlessly, like, grabs Daisy's hand as they're walking and just squeezes really hard. And then she lets go because she knows that's probably too much. And I think looks at you in just the injured state that you're in and just goes, "Glad you're okay."
She whiz, so am I.
You really gave that giant the business.
If it wasn't for justice, I might be dead. This, we barely made it out alive. Well, you made it out alive, okay? We almost barely made it out alive.
Yeah.
I don't think we can take much more.
You need to rest.
No, we need to go home. I don't think we're cut out for this. I mean, we're not little kids, but we're not like warriors or anything.
I think Dahlia looks back as they're kind of at the gate and just like sees this inferno.
A demolished fort.
And just goes, well, this certainly seems like the work of warriors of some kind.
Well, I guess so, but I think a lot of it was just luck.
I just kind of like, I think you hear like the heavy, like, I kind of move around Justice and you just hear like the slam of like these yellow fangs just like as I like clack my head on top of yours and just like, you get out of here. And we keep walking, and then I think same thing to Throg of like if his hand is at his side, I grab it and squeeze it really quick and just kind of.
As you're doing this, the adrenaline leaves, the rush of the moment leaves. You begin to feel this pervasive, almost overwhelming sense of sorrow. It emanates from the fragment that you carry, and the longer you're holding it, the more overwhelming it seems to be. You feel yourself on the verge of tears for no reason.
Yeah, I think as Dahlia is walking, and I assume we're walking back to, meet up with Nella and the rest of them and figure out where to go from there. After she finishes squeezing their hand, she's just kind of working her fist of just like, and her nails kind of start to dig into like the heel of her palm, probably to the point where it's like just that bit of blood as she surveys all the people that she cares about the most in the direst straits that she's probably ever seen them.
Yeah, but
and she's fine.
I was gonna say.
And I think
I was gonna use another invocation. Like, 'cause
she's never felt more different in a bad way. And kind of like, normally when all this is over, the face kind of fades pretty quickly, and it doesn't. She runs it for the full time that it's there until it fades on its own.
What's that? Oh.
I was asking if she was healed.
Oh, okay.
Because
It was
Mila.
20?
Because it's for a minute, and I healed.
wow.
You should actually gain 28 because you didn't get the.
All right, so you finish carving a daisy into the flesh of Ashsap.
Okay.
What?
No, it's not ash stuff anymore.
Yeah. It's a tree. The tree formerly known as Ash
He
Sap.
will always be Ash Sap.
Until he burns.
No, he's not gonna burn.
I'm gonna gesture to the burning palisade.
We did a decent job of trying
Yeah,
to keep the ground
he's
fairly.
set inside. If you pull the palisade away, I mean,
We pull the palisade
Yeah,
away.
I'll pull
he
it.
won't necessarily.
I'm not letting. He was a good friend.
Yeah.
Gave me a ride.
Oh, also, if there was one more thing that we could have grabbed, especially if Nella was there to help,
Uh-huh.
it would be the dryad bodies that were.
Okay, yeah.
there, 'cause
So
I
you
know
pull
there
the
was-
dryad bodies off the hanging trees.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So go ahead.
Can I also look at the faces of any humanoids that are there, just
Yeah.
in case they're people of Thoden?
Yeah. So as you look, you don't recognize any, and you do see their faces were left intact.
Yeah.
Their gullets were opened. Their entrails have been eaten, and also their privies
Yeah.
have been devoured. The dryads had their feet and hands burned with flame, and their eyes gouged out. These are mutilated corpses.
I'm looking at like hair color on the humanoids.
You
different
don't
facial
recognize
features.
anything.
Oh no, not for me, but in case we run into Thoden of like,
Right.
we
Okay.
know what happened to your people if that's what happened.
Okay.
But they might have just gotten eaten wholesale.
All right. So as we prepare to go to our one and only break, you get outside, and I'll give you what you gathered inside the fort in terms of coins and whatnot after the stream. I will get you XP today as well.
Oh.
Since you've sufficiently whined.
Okay.
I'm teasing.
We
Well, no,
weren't-
I did nothing. All right, so you have a signet ring with the Von Papen sigil on it. That was what you pulled from the drawer. You have a ledger, which is partially burned, but as you scroll through it, it shows the travel routes of rival house caravans, and also shows an accounting of the number of people that were captured, the coin that was taken, and also distributions that were going back into Altamira. So what was being captured was then also being ferried back. The piece of paper that you pulled off the top of the desk, half burnt. Pay no mind to this side. I accidentally double-sided the print.
A valid experience.
Let me show the mad chatters here as well. So you pulled this off of the desk. This burnt piece of parchment, half of it
It's
gone.
scary when you burn it. You brave.
You want me to read it out loud?
Yes.
Sure.
I fear this creature that holds the orcs in thrall seems to grow in power with each shipment of fresh spirits, souls. What is it that he inhales from each victim? Whatever manner of metaphysical perfidy, it is clear his ends do not suit mine, or likely those of Master Von Papen, no matter what his lowliness.
Jowliness. It's like a title he gave him.
Well, it's also
his jowliness.
technically hard to read, but
Yeah, I know.
Owliness.
Yeah, the J is a little bit odd with that
Oh,
font.
I see.
jowliness
Yeah.
may think.
Oh, I see. It's cut off with the
It
burn.
is.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Yet I am a pawn upon the board. I will do as I must, but I fear.
Rightfully so. No,
Anyone else?
I can keep it. Do you want to keep
I have
it?
all the other letters.
You got it.
Okay.
Actually, I have a couple of them.
As you pull these items out, you reconvene with all the remaining dryads. You don't see Fritz. Fritz has vanished into the forest.
Okay.
Whether he lives or not,
I can mend it.
you're unsure. But
I don't think that brings
Mila,
it down.
Rosia are there. Dranik is there. And you slowly make your way back inside the Twilight. Anything else you want to do before you move
Well, did
inside
I
the Twilight Wood?
want to open the chest?
You can, and what I would say is we'll do that as part of the between streams
Yeah.
thing, because it's just basically going to be flowing
okay.
like yeah. So I'll give that to you.
Then yeah, we
Is
follow
Throg
Nella and
healed?
Rosia.
What's that?
Is Throg healed all the way? Because he should be if
Pretty
not.
good.
Yeah, he's okay.
Because
Hang
I
on, where's
used
Another
Even-
full invocation.
I used all of my invocations afterwards because I don't think there was a thought. There was just a feeling of I want everyone to be okay,
Right.
physically at the very least.
Okay.
So
All right, then yes, he is healed enough. Although again, that tusk is broken. He's got a nice fresh scar along one cheek, but he is even for Throg unusually sullen and quiet as he walks. And with that, we will go to our one and only break. We'll do our giveaway after the break.
what a crazy session so far.
Tonight we are. Oh, there's more fun to come. Tonight we're going to give away this really fun cult
sweating.
of the reptile god. This is the original N1.
my favorite
This
cult.
is one of the original
No better
old
cult than that.
school module. It's a lightning source
Only one I
reprint.
like.
So this is not an original, but it's got the full color. It's got the blue maps on the inside. Guys, look at the blue maps. Isn't that cool?
Ooh.
Old school hex maps and square maps and fun. Like this is a classic. The Golden Grain Inn. We're going to give this away today, and depending on how the back half goes, we might do some more. We'll see how that goes. With all that said, thank you to my players for a great first half plus of the session. We will be tonight. When we're done, we go straight into Fall of Red Dawn.
Don't change that
so
dial.
you get the double header of Blue Box today, so stay with us.
Diving right in.
Blue Box will be right back. Don't change
Yeah,
that
we
dial.
will.
Don't change the dial, please.
Oh my god, I'm shaking! There is so much emotion I am feeling!
Why'd you roll so bad? You couldn't have succeeded anyway. Such a reflex like a plus zero. Good if not great.
Great. Good.
Yeah, technically, Pat draws. Mila did die,
Yeah,
but
Mila,
there was a major fate chip that was used.
the last of the fate chips was used.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah,
No, it's true, but don't say it.
Our safety net is gone.
The safety net is gone.
So now we're gonna role play just so
That is
hard.
crazy. I had no idea. Like, so yeah, you guys, that's never happened before in Blue Box. You guys burned through 3 fate
In 2
chips in that
seconds.
combat.
Well, you made it so grandiose that it felt like we really needed
Yeah,
to.
and you did. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, honestly, all were perfectly used.
Yeah.
Thrall could easily be dead. Mila
Yeah.
could easily be dead.
Yep.
That's the purpose of them. So, you know, better to use them than have them
Willow
sitting.
King could have gotten one more round, which would have meant probably multiple people
Oh
would have
yeah,
been
the
dead.
Willow. Yeah, he had a lot more magic to use. But okay, here we go.
I'm waiting for Jenny because she had to go get her phone.
No worries.
Ah, she's here.
All right. All right, here we go. We are back in 3, 2, and 1. Thank you, all of you Mad Chatters, for joining us today. Thank you for all the resubs and not too many bits today. I think Moose might have done the only bit
Thus
giving.
far, I think
To
so.
But it was
you.
appreciated. Thank you, Moose. And it was no, actually, it hasn't been used. I still have it. Thank you. I will save it. Do you want to mention? We haven't shown this in a while.
Does it reset for you too?
We have a website, but I don't get XP, so it never resets.
Apparently not.
Okay.
So if you've not seen our website, check it out, Blue Box RPG.
Right.
Here you have links to all the different campaigns. So if you want to see Tears of Aihrde, for example, this one, you've got the intro video you can see here. The stream schedule is linked. All of the players and their characters are shown here. And then you also have inside this the LMA links we can go to, and all this week on Blue Box. Blue Box Con information will be starting to think about that here in the next month or two. It's only a few months away.
Yeah.
You have galleries, all the
Remember
fan
this
art,
time
which
last year?
of course is
Jeez.
dominated by Pat Draws.
As it
But we
should
have
be.
other great fan art in here, and it's divided now by campaign, so you can
Oh,
see fan art for each campaign
Lord.
inside here. And thank you to Tom Vantalord, who helped us put all this together. And then you've got the con image. If you want to see what Blue Box Con is about, you click this. You can see all the pictures and videos from this last year's con.
Truly
All
immaculate.
Some of the photos are just very good.
Yeah, it's
Some of them
fun
are
stuff.
very, very good.
It was a great. Well, yeah,
It was great.
Not
was
that.
great.
And then about us. So if you go to About, what we would like you to see is on Blue Box RPG, you're going to see our core values and core purpose. This is who we are as a stream, what we believe
Thank you.
as a group. Hey, thank you, Patrick. I got this whole stack. Look, just this week, guys. This week is what Patrick sent me.
Wow.
I got Forest Maker.
Patrick.
This is Dark
Beautiful.
Sun
Forest
related.
Maker, just matter.
I got Tales of the Outer Planes, one I gave away recently. I got Beyond the Prism Pentad, another Dark Sun piece. I got Destiny of Kings Classic N3 module. We just showed you N1. Another replacement for the Complete Gladiator's Handbook. These are so much fun. I've given these away. And then Black Flames, another dark. So all of this from Patrick. He is the benevolent patron saint of Blue Box, who just keeps sending us fun stuff. Thank you so much, Patrick. All right, then.
Saint Patrick.
Whoops. Last thing I was going to show you is the merch store. We had someone buy a mug just this last week, and if you haven't seen this in a while, merch store has some fun stuff here on Blue Box. So we've got these mugs, which include the Fall of Red Dawn mug here with all the images of those PCs. You've got the standard Blue Box mug. You've got the Greyhawk Awakening mug. You've got the Understreet Rats
Would've been
mug.
wild. Look at
You've
my
got
side.
I have a reputation for being pretty mug.
Yes.
For Daisy
Yeah,
Bell,
no, you're not
you
on
have the
the mug anymore.
tumbler.
We just
You
put
can
'em
get your
back.
iPhone cases, your Samsung Galaxy cases. You can get your tees, your tanks, your polos, apron. I don't think anyone has ordered an apron yet, but someone will, I'm sure. The tote bag, multiple colors. This notebook, I have. I'm using. You want this? This is so much fun.
Can we see what's in it?
It's.
Yeah,
no,
can you just
can't, no.
hand it over?
But this guy here, no.
See that from my eyes are so
this one-
bad.
So
Oh
this,
gosh, I can't see.
I just
this
shut
guy,
my eyes.
it's got the Blue Box cover. It's like a matte finish. It's really neat. It's got our logo and the QR code in the back if you want to share. Thank you so much, Pat Draws. 2 advantage for everyone except Mila, who needs to take better care of her familiars. Bad Mila. Oh, shots fired.
Wow.
That is so true.
Oh
that is
my
so
God.
true. That is dead on right. And then inside.
I get it, okay?
It's like this dot. I don't know.
She'll already kick herself emotionally enough. You don't have to worry about that.
It's not graph paper. It's like dot paper. What do you call this? Like, what is this? This is
Dot paper.
I don't know.
Dot
I need
paper?
to see it closer.
yeah, see, yeah, exactly.
Other
So now, important thing with our website, if you don't know, everything in terms of any margins or profits goes to charity. All got a mouse pad as well. So this all goes to St. Jude Children's Hospital, and that will be donated in March. So we do not profit off of this store. That is not our goal. Our goal here is to give you merch and then to share your generosity with St. Jude Children's Hospital. So check out that blueboxrpg.com.
Scientists discovered
And I hit the I never hit the end of Adrian von Ziegler's stuff.
Canadian
It's like
instead of
we
Canadian.
just went that long.
So you're at 2, the rest of us are at 3.
All right.
Oh, I got 3?
No, you should be at 3.
Yes. That's what I meant.
Okay, and skip and back.
You can't party here.
No, we're on our way to the Grove.
I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
As we resume, party.
We can't party in the grove if we're going.
There is a sense of rejoicing, but also heaviness. Sacrifices have been made. Where Fritz may be, no one knows. Ash Sap lies with his roots buried in soil, sentience all but gone. As you walk back inside the Twilight Woods and head toward the Fey area, tell me what any of you are thinking, seeing, feeling, or discussing with one another. I'll let you go first.
Welcome
Any
in,
of you.
Catchy Cantrips. It's a good
Oh,
raid.
thank you, Catchy Cantrips, with the
Hi,
raid of 18. We
Raiders.
appreciate that.
You
Thank
just
you, my
missed
friends.
the action.
We finished a big battle.
Yeah, we just finished a big
Everything's
battle.
fine.
Yeah,
No
it's all
one's
fine.
emotionally hurt or
we got
physically.
we got some good role play coming up though. So, thank you very much.
You give us one big
Ash and
combat and
David.
then we just roleplay so hard.
Exactly,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
It's usually how it works.
Remember,
3
role play
sessions of
and combat go
combat.
together. There is no group that role plays in combat better than this group of 4. The role play was absolutely fantastic during the combat. So, right before, for those that just joined, why don't you read that letter again? I'll bring it up. So you found this amongst the burning
Rebel.
embers of the desk you tried to pull out. Go ahead and read it out loud.
I fear this creature that holds the orcs in thrall seems to grow in power with each shipment of fresh spirits, souls. What is it that he inhales from each victim? Whatever manner of metaphysical perfidy, it is clear his ends do not suit mine, or likely those of Master von Poppen, no matter what his jowliness may think. Yet I am a pawn upon the board. I will do as I must.
Along with a sigil ring
But I
and a
fear.
ledger.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I think Dahlia kind of, as the face sort of fades and she comes back to, would step to Rosia and Nella and just kind of check in with them, see how they're doing. I feel like there would be occasions where, like, oh, okay, a bear was getting a little squirrely with local pixies and we had to go break it up or something. Like, we've been in small fights together, or like, similar to that orc that we found solo, of like, we've been in fights like that, but never like this together. And so I think Dahlia just kind of, rests a hand on either shoulder and says, "You okay?"
Rosia is fidgeting and she seems nervous. Nella looks over at you. You are stronger every time I see you. We did well this day. Leaves fall to the ground as they must, and they become tomorrow's tree. And yet, even the forest has memories.
Dahlia kind of swirls her finger and goes, "The rings. I always remember."
She nods. Do sense motive.
No.
I'm not Fey. Good luck.
Thank you, Patrick, for the gift subs. Thank you for the books. Thank you again to Catchy Cantrips for the raid.
It's a 2 on the
sorry.
die, and then a 5 total.
You can just see...
He's inscrutable.
Inscrutable is correct, but you can see both Rosia, who's fidgeting, and Neela. They're nervous about something. They, like... the knowledge
They know
of
something I don't. And I think Dahlia kind of like takes that in stride and kind of like walks ahead a little bit and is just like, okay.
As you do, Rosia reaches out and just trails her fingers against yours, but won't meet eye contact with you.
Yeah. I really quickly squeeze back and then just kind of like incline my head forward, leading us back to where we need to go.
David, click.
Oh man. Man, oh man. What do I pick?
Which one? Sad stuff. Sad.
I think it's actually, I think it's an interesting discord that exists. You know, in my character discord couldn't possibly happen. Sorrow seems to be what this thing wants, and the initial feeling in Click in this moment is to grieve the failure that he is consistently. The mission that he saw going so successfully turning into an absolute mess of his own failures causing every downfall of what has occurred. And he could easily be so sad about it, and he instead just shoves those feelings away. And in their place, he reaches a hand up to his neck where he felt this oddly physical sensation of him getting tugged by it earlier, and just rubs at his neck a bit, and eventually just starts to take his mask off, because he knows that he got burnt quite badly and kind of wants to let his skin heal and let some air touch it and cool off. And he'll even take his jacket off at some point and just go with the cotton undershirt that he wears and just sort of carry those things. And he's keeping his mind distant, trying to shove emotions away to focus on the actions he's doing, the physicality of taking care of himself in this moment. But he can't help that feeling of the rope around his neck every so often. And he'll just occasionally rub at his neck as he walks. But he's eyes down, trying not to think, trying not to focus on anything more than the instant he is in as he steps. Probably more towards the back of the group, I would say, but not the very back.
Daisy Bell.
I think I go up to Dahlia. My lambs, you are one scary sister, I must say.
You'd see like a tightness in the jaw, and then
I just,
I guess so.
hope I can stay on your good side. That's all I gotta say.
I pinch your cheek with my free hand and I go, you don't have to worry about that.
Well, that's good, because I don't want to be on the other side of that sap.
You wouldn't be.
All right.
Mila.
Mila, I think, funnily enough, is in the complete opposite side of Click/David's mindset of she has been pushing things away for so long that there is no energy left to push it back. And there is just a war happening in her brain. The grief that she was able to withstand against, hold her resolve against in the battle, can no longer be withheld, and it just comes rushing in like a torrent, and memories of the most unpleasant part of her life just soar into her mind, of her mother and her father and the flashes of her mother's once smile, warm and inviting, and then the tears that are just streaming down her face, and then the anger, and just the constant reminder that she wouldn't be a good mother, and that has been shown to her throughout all of this, because she doesn't have kids, but Finley is the closest thing to that. And he has saved her life. Lahezi has said before that she was on a brink, and the only reason she was able to pull her back from it was because of Finley. And yet time and time and time and time and time again, she has put him in danger. And the only part of her that has been helpful and that has worked in keeping him alive is the part that Lahezi has given her. And she is just unable to stop herself from berating every single section of her that has failed and made those mistakes, because that is what within the sisters, the responsibility of healing those people, that if people got hurt and we were unable to bring them back, at least with her specific mentor, that was a failing on her part. And mistakes lead to people dying. And it is a miracle that as many people made it out as they did. And it is just torrential.
As you wander deeper, and it was already night, it is now the deepest of midnight. Very little light, the stars winking occasionally through the boughs. Yeah, he couldn't stay mad at his babushka too long.
I appreciate that.
As you go deeper and deeper, again, Nella and Rosia are very quiet, furtive almost. Throg is muttering to himself, grinding his teeth, clearly going through whatever grief processing that he needs to do. He's beside himself. Dronic just simply follows, looks worried as he goes behind Nella and Rosia, just watching them. Anything else you do before you reach the Fae?
I think Dahlia, at one point maybe dragging her feet a little bit, or maybe walking ahead of the rest of the group, would just find just a nice tree, and we'll just kind of rest her hand on the bark and just say, I think both beckoning the animals and the spirit of the woods themselves, and just say, thank you. Thank you. We wouldn't be here without your generosity and your kindness and your willingness to help. If there's anything to be done, so thank you. And let me know. I know you will. And then just kind of walks on.
Yeah, you feel this reciprocal energy coming from the soil, from the trees, but also this sense of tension is emanating from the dryads, and it seems to be carried into the forest. The forest itself seems to become more hushed, as though waiting to exhale. As you reach...
This sucks.
Yep.
As you,
I'm fine.
as you reach
So scared.
the Fey realm, you see...
Well, they all exited the portal.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm not talking about inside the. I'm not behind the portal,
Okay,
but the
but like-
area outside. Right before. As you go, are you okay?
I'm good. I'm just clumsy.
She just moved something, but don't worry,
I saw
and then
that,
turned
yeah.
to do it, and then made me immediately worried.
You see Asari. There are
We need
dryads
this.
all around. A few pixies. One small one flits over. A young lady. Fritz?
Still on the hunt.
He lives.
That is our hope.
You don't know?
You saw the fight in his eyes.
She flits away as all of the dryads surround. Asari walks forward, and she lifts her hands in a motion of, dryads don't clap, but she lifts her hands.
Rosea does.
Yeah, that's true. Yes,
Unsettle it.
cracks
her fingers.
She raised her hands and she says, "You have prevailed against great evil."
I hold out the blue, strange.
As you hold it
crystal.
again, overwhelming sorrow, and holding it on your bare skin. I won't make you roll now, but in the future, you would have to make similar rolls to what were made during the
Stop
combat.
holding stuff.
Yeah, it's
I
like
gotta
it
stop
is.
holding stuff that makes me
It
feel
is.
bad.
It is raw, divine sorrow, powerful in your hand.
I think as I pick it up, there's just streaks of tears that immediately fall.
She holds her hand up like to stave you off. Forgive if we are less than celebratory.
I look at the lot of us who have walked here largely in silence, and I go, we aren't really either. And I just kind of wipe the tears off of my face.
Would you rest, or shall we begin?
I can rest later.
All the dryads in unison lower their heads.
Mila would walk up to Dahlia and just grab her hand and just be there.
I accept that. You would notice that the grip is extremely weak.
Hers is probably much tighter.
Then come with us. And she walks toward the portal.
I look at the lot of you all and just say, I don't want to go alone.
You're not
You're
going
not
to.
going to go alone. You could be gone for weeks.
You'll go with.
Okay.
I'll look
Anyone
to
not going?
Throg.
Oh boy.
Now, Throg is, wherever she goes, Throg is
Yeah.
following.
And I kind of look at Asari and I say, we won't be gone for too long, will we?
Where are we going exactly?
Back to
Where
the
are we
fake court.
going?
Maybe.
We
She
don't-
she cuts her eyes away and just keeps walking, not
Wait.
responding.
Wait, what was that cut?
Looked away and just
Well, where are we
that's
going?
what she said.
she steps through the portal.
Oh, she did not talk to me.
But this was the portal to go to the fake court
Yeah,
originally.
right.
Right
Yeah,
where we-
same one you've been through
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
She wouldn't answer my question,
She does that.
but we're gonna have to talk.
I think she's.
Trying,
I think there's going to be a lot of talking.
once again, just a squeeze of the hand.
Okay. 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 I just start walking.
As you step through again, that strange feeling as though being doused in ice water covers your body. You walk through the portal and you step into this pocket, this demi-plane. It looks the same and yet somehow different. All the trees are in different places. The light has a slightly different hue and cast. It's familiar and yet somehow not the same.
Not too familiar.
Not too familiar. Was that what? Did I miss
It's a
something?
song.
Yeah. Okay. Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
No. You see the host of Fey all gathered round, and there is a somberness. Asari stands at the forefront, and as they gather in a circle, she looks up at you, Dahlia, and says, It is time. I made a promise. I will keep. Are you ready? It is said among our people, nothing can cut as deeply as truth.
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
What are you all doing as Asari steps forward? All of the dryads circle around, male and female alike.
For some reason, music's too loud for quiet talking.
Is it?
Well,
Doesn't
that's what-
seem loud here, but let's go
Well,
ahead
if we're
and-
being quieter
bit-
than usual,
yeah.
then it might be loud.
For hushed conversation was what was
Yeah,
said.
okay, let me...
Mila, once again, is just right by Dahlia's side. There is the one thing that could potentially pull her out of that mindset she was in. It's still there, it's still in the background, but is helping someone else and being a comfort. And that is what she, especially when she saw Dahlia's tears going down the face whenever she was holding that, she had told her before that she would be there for her whenever she met Anthe again, when she faced Anthe again. And this feels a bit bigger than that. And so she will continue to be there.
Click is going to rest up against a tree. I imagine Click is probably physically beyond exhausted. He is so spent, both mentally and physically, but he's focused on the physical right now that he just slumps up against a tree and is just taking time to physically take care of himself still, but keeping eyes on everything that's going on. He's looking at those things, but, you know, in his periphery, bandaging himself up, wrapping, doing what he can, but...
You'll tell me all of it, right?
As I...
Is this in Sylvan or in Common?
I'd be speaking in common.
Yeah, she speaks
Okay.
common.
Cool. It's important to know.
She's like, she's pausing. She's clearly struggling with where to begin. And you have known Asari for some time now. She's normally very decisive.
Yeah.
This is unlike her. It began long ago, as all such stories may. But we were unsure until you spent time with Anthe that day. And we knew he was something more than Fey. Child, you have a Fey-Veil upon your mind. Not one, but two. I will tell you a story. There was a man, a strong, strapping man. Brogan Dreyfell, his name. One that the humans call barbarian of the north. Man and a half was he, stronger than strongest tree. All who followed, he easily led, his hair of burnished copper red. He was beguiled, bewitched,
He had no chance when he met Dasmin. Dasmin, a nymph. Not like Anti. For you know, not all of our kind are kind. She lay with him. He loved her. She not him. Born a child. Dasmin resented, desired not this child. In bitterness she bore her and sought to kill her. Brogan would not brook. He saved this child, stole her away from her mother, and brought her to the kingdoms of men. Raised her in love, but Dasmin was cruel, petty, the worst of our kind. It was to her shame to have borne a child of man. When the witch came calling, Agatha sold this child for a bag of shiny gems and told the witch where Brogan and his daughter lived. A vile trade, but hers to make, for the Fey bond can be traded, and she sold her mother's right of birth to Agatha. In the dark of night, from the bosom of her father's care, this child was stolen, carried deep into the forest. I hope so. Things were done. Some of this we knew, but it was not ours to stop, for it was the right of Dasmin to sell her mother's birthright. The first of your Fey-Veils was placed, that you might not miss your mother, your father, or know. Illusion was cast upon your mind. Everything you remember as a seedling is a lie. The truth was veiled from you that you would not seek. This much we knew when you came to us. Your father, Brogan, he searched for more than a year. He scoured these woods until he became haggard and weak. Haggard. He came to us, but we could not tell him. To tell him would be to condemn him to death at her hand, and perhaps you as well.
She pauses a moment, and there's just again this settling among all the dryads, and they hang their heads. There's a slow sort of rubbing of bark almost rhythmically in their hands, in time with the cadence of Asari's words.
When you came to us more than 7 seasons ago, we knew who you were, but we could not tell you. What we did not know was what had truly been done to you. Until you lie with Auntie, and she saw into your heart. A magic we had not seen. There are no words to be uttered. The closest we can call it is the Fey magics.
WOEFA. Okay,
Woe-Fey.
got it.
Agatha, put something of her sorrowful essence inside you. A corruption. This magic of Fey, not born of Aihrde. Auntie saw it. And so the second Fey-Veil was put upon your mind. This one by me. And I release it.
She steps forward and she taps your forehead. All the memories of that warm afternoon with Auntie come flooding back. But what stands out, you see Auntie's face, horror, trembling fear. She recoils, she pulls back from you as she sees something in you, and she flees. It all comes back.
I think Dahlia just crumbles. Just falls to the ground at the touch.
You feel a shifting of your consciousness, of your reality, but still no recollection of this other life. Whatever that veil is remains in place, but the second Fey-Veil, which Asari had placed on you, is gone. All the moments of that afternoon are there. Party, I'll pause. Any of you,
Mila's on
you're
her knees
hearing all
with
this,
her
thinking,
and just,
seeing, feeling, doing anything.
Mila is on. As soon as she goes down, she goes to her knees and is just holding her.
It's just weak. Just a weak form and just streaming tears. No sound, no fury, just quiet.
I don't think Click moves much from where he is. I don't think he has much physical ability to do so anyways, but I don't think he doesn't feel he would be any help more than what's already being done. But he is thinking about Brogan, and that a person who actually cares for Dahlia exists out in the world and might still be alive. And that's awesome. And he can't stop thinking about, have I met him? Did he come to Altamira at some point? Did we pass him on the road? Is he still out here in the woods? How would we find this guy? That's where his mind is right now.
Okay, anyone else?
I was kind of looking around, not sure what to think, but I was like, oh, because I did think the Willow King maybe was related to her, so I was like, oh. Well, that wasn't it.
I loved all the different theories that were being put out. You guys were like very clever with your different thoughts, but yeah. So, Mila,
I think the only thing she would whisper into her ear, like I imagine she is like around your wide shoulders, barely able to even like touch the other arm, pulled you in, and just like with her head next to yours, just whisper, "I will sit with you in the dark as long as you need."
It's no words, just small nods.
You see Rosia. She walks over and she kneels down next to Dahlia where she's crumpled on the ground. And she just gently lays her hand upon your shoulder and you hear her whisper,
I am sorry. I wanted so badly to tell you. I could not.
I wouldn't have known what to do with it. You don't have to be sorry. You did what you had to.
Asari leans over.
I cannot promise I can remove the veil that Agatha has placed. But we...
She looks at the... And as she looks around at the other dryads, you see she only makes eye contact with the females.
We can try if you wish. Or perhaps you would rather not know.
I'm going to destroy that woman. I want to know.
She looks around. There's a solemn nod from all the dryads. And they move to the center of the court. All the men stand around the outside edges. Asari, Neela, Rosia, and a woman that you recall seeing a dryad female you recall seeing a handful of times but never spoke to, who looks as old or even older than Asari.
Wow.
And as she stands across from her now, this is the first time you've seen the two of them. There is a familiar, like a lineage. There's a relation between them. These four dryad women stand around inside the circle,
Detect magic.
and they so
I want to see what is happening to her.
you feel there are powerful magics, an interweaving of abjuration, enchantment, divinity, everything but illusion. No necromancy, no illusion, but all other powers of magic are swirling around this center area here. And they motion for you, Dahlia, to enter.
I think Dahlia drops to her hands and knees for a minute and then stands herself up.
I would help.
I'd allow it. And I think just kind of squeezes your shoulder and nods to you and then kind of pushes off and walks towards the center.
As you step inside the circle,
Stuff.
all of the male dryads begin to intone in low guttural sounds, and
They're around the outskirts of the circle,
they're all
right?
they're all with you. I don't have them here, but you all stand at the edge. Throg watching. He's tense, like he's ready to pounce inside that circle at any moment. The most alert he's been since you left the fort.
Mila
And
would
the-
go hold his hand.
Okay, Mila, you stand next to him. You hold his hand.
Click is good at being sort of a mockingbird. He's gonna get up from the tree he was at and sort of stumble over to the edge of the circle and begin doing what the other male dryads are doing, singing
You
along with
join
them,
that sort of
matching their
chorus of-
intonation, their voice. He's gonna be right in there with them.
All right.
Can I give you whatever pluses I have for whatever.
I was also going to
roll
say,
it
I
is
would
today.
like to offer pluses as well.
Hey, I'll give an inspiration d6 to that.
All right, so how many pluses do you have? You
I have
can't give your
3.
pluses.
I'm helping out with the dudes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
he is.
okay, I'll allow that. Yes, that's fair.
So can we bump it up to a 5 then? Because you said the
so
max we
total
can
of
give to a
5,
roll
so
is
I'll
5.
use advantage on this. Okay.
And then add a d6.
And then inspiration on top of that. Okay. As
We're rolling to inflict more pain on my character.
exactly. As
Roll pain check with advantage.
Listen,
your
this can
choice.
cut as deeply as the truth.
That's true.
Dahlia, as you stand in the middle of these dryads, the sense of the moment is almost overwhelming. You can see the few pixies that are dancing around the edge. You feel that the forest, the loam seems to come up underneath your soles of your feet as though it's trying to give you strength. And the 4 women each place their branched fingers upon your head, and they begin a chant. As the chant of the men thrums, their higher tone chants around you. And in Sylvan, you hear the calling down of the Fey-Veil and the Fey-Veil. This is not the normal Fey-Veil. And as they try to fight it, here we go. Oh, I'll roll
2
on
dice.
screen.
No.
I'll roll- Yes.
2 dice.
2
2
dice.
dice.
It's gonna be a second.
Why is my dice rolling so slowly?
It's for the anticipation.
Yeah, really, it's never done that before.
And you have a d6.
Oh, and a
it's
d6.
rolling
That's right. Oh, that meant that.
So advantage and d6.
As they chant, laying their fingers on your temples, on the back of your head, and on your forehead, so all 4, like this, you feel in your mind, you see a darkened canopy of thick covered trees. And then a branch falls, and a stream of sunlight comes through. And then a wind blows, pushing away leaves, and another stream of sunlight comes through. As they continue, the chants, the rhythms, the power of the Fae, in moments, you're standing in a clearing. The sunlight streams down, and you want to vomit. As a flood of memories, everything comes rushing back. You see your father, massive man, hands like mauls, a huge red beard, deep and thick, crimson like the hair that cascades down your own neck. He picks you up with a gentleness that is hard to explain, holds you and bounces you in his hands, smiling, his eyes gleaming with love. Another memory stolen in the middle of the night. A hag, her face fearsome, teeth, eyes gleaming. She slavers over you. She rips you from the bed. You hear your father's cries in the distance as he rushes out naked into the night trying to find you. Memory after memory after memory floods back. The ground shifts beneath your consciousness. Everything's shaken. It floods in. All that you have remembered, all that you have known was a lie. And the truth is baptism by fire.
I think Dahlia just falls to the ground in just a heap and just starts weeping. And there's no words at first, and then the only thing that comes out is, "You took everything from me!"
The dryads grow silent. The music stops. Even the wind stops blowing in this place. There is only the silence of grief that settles. Neela kneels down on the opposite side, Rosia one hand, Neela the other. Asari slumps over, and her sister, the older woman, holds her. They have clearly expended much energy. All is silent in the clearing.
Throg would feel every time Mila has ever touched him, it has been gentle and kind, and there is just a tenseness. I'm sure it does absolutely nothing to him, as he is a very strong fella, but it is just the most tension he has possibly felt from her before, just gripping into him.
And you see Throg, you can feel like he wants to step forward. He almost looks at you for permission, but he doesn't know if he's disrupting these Fey are baffling to him.
She looks back with the same uncertainty.
Click doesn't care and he walks forward. Just goes up and gives Dahlia a big hug.
And if he does it, then she does too. And she'll take Throg with her.
Okay. In moments, you're all surrounding Dahlia. Dahlia remains on the ground. Throg just stands back. He's not touching Dahlia. He's just hovering near.
Click grabs Throg's hand and puts it on Dahlia's shoulder.
He reluctantly places it on her shoulder. Dahlia, as you sit there, this is the ending scene for tonight's show. So I will allow you guys to roleplay or not roleplay as you wish. If there's anything further you wish to say, you may. Or if you simply sit in silence, you may.
If any of you guys want to go first, you're more than allowed to. I just have internal stuff.
Go ahead.
I think what's flashing in Dahlia's mind is it's as though there's a screen that's been split. And one side is every pleasant memory that she thought that she had with Agatha. An extra piece of silver to go get herself something when she was in the city. I couldn't even call it a half smile, maybe a quarter. A lot of bandages dropped after a grievous bite from some wretched animal. A patchwork blanket after sitting out in below freezing temperatures for hours. And that felt kind, because she didn't know. At the same time are these moments that were taken from her and stolen away, that she's getting to see for the first time of this person that she doesn't know. But the genuine care that she sees there would prove otherwise. And there is just this there was an anger towards Agatha for a long, long time. But the pieces hadn't clicked in yet to make sense of it all. Mm-hmm. And now all the pieces are here. They are all together. And she thinks of the price of her being just a bag of gems. And with a creature as maybe old as Agatha is, how many gems did she have? How many times did she try something like this? How many lives did she rip apart? Was it just mine? Was it just this man who was my father? What's she been doing for 7 years' time? How do I get it to stop? And I think she, at that moment, kind of feels Throg's hand on her shoulder, and all she can think about is what it must feel like to get to put some sort of end to that. If he got to do that. And he's been waiting so long. And she thinks about time, and she thinks about how much has passed, and she thinks about how badly she wants this person to no longer exist. For what they've done to her, a child, what they did to an adult who found something to care about in this world,
Yeah.
full of ache and pain, found something to love and pursued it and got it, rescued her. And I think there's always been anger there for Dahlia, even back when she thought that things were okay. But she's finally found what's been fueling that fire.
And as you lay there, you feel it's a refrain in your mind. I won't blow your eardrums out and roleplay it, but you hear the bellowing voice of Brogan screaming your name into the night as you're spirited away.
What name?
Do I hear
What's he
that
say?
name?
I'll tell you next week.
Oh, you.
You can't do that, John. Come on. She got everything. She would know
A
it.
little something for next week.
Instead, I'll steal the last word.
Okay.
Click softly just says in Sylvan, family. It's the only word he says.
What was it?
Family in Sylvan.
And with like extremely fast reflexes, you feel her hand like clasp onto yours with just a full strength that was not there a moment ago as those thoughts kind of resolve and pull together.
All right. Anyone else?
Yes, but also I feel like that was just such a good place to just end it, you know?
Okay. All right.
Write it down. Keep
Then-
it for next week.
That's where we will end today's session of Tears of Aihrde.
Woo! This was a heck of a session.
Entitled Fey-Veil. Now you
Now we know what it means.
Freaking dad!
Let's go get
Dad
him.
who loves you. A big burly dad
A
that
big
loves
strong
you.
dad!
Yes.
Let's go get him.
He's out there hunting, or at least was. Who
I'm
knows
gonna
if he's still
cry.
alive?
On.
I know, but you know.
He's too strong to die.
Wow.
All right.
Cannot
so,
be killed. Will not be killed.
Thank you, everybody, for all the mad chattery today. Thank you again for all the hands like Darth Mauls. Yeah, no,
Vin Diesel
not
appears
not
with the
Mauls.
Clans
And
family.
like, never mind. I'm not gonna explain it to you, Pat. You can look it up. All right. So as we get ready tonight, want to
Big
say
strong
thank you
dads.
again to everybody for all the support. Thank you for all the bits, the subs.
It's all the usual suspects.
Thank you again to Ancient Gamer. For
Yes.
the 5 books.
Yeah, oh my
you are
gosh.
just amazing. I've got the brooch, by the way, here. I'm wearing it that you sent me a few weeks ago.
Beautiful.
We're enjoying all the fun stuff. You are the man. Thank you, Kurt. Kurt and Rachel. What a week you guys had this week. I mean, Kurt was back to back to back nights because he did the Tuesday
guy
night
don't know how to
game.
stop.
Yep.
He did the Wednesday night LMA, and then he ran Vassin on Thursday.
And then he did
now
on
he's
Saturday.
prepping Studio B.
God.
Which
on
was
his
The
own
Walking
stream,
Dead.
Yeah,
and
he's
his
just-
own stream, yeah.
he is just. Kurt is just
Popping off.
rocking it here on Blue Box. Thank you, Megger. You've been
That's what
with
he
us
wants to
all
do,
day
so.
today.
does
We
a great
appreciate that.
job at it.
Toriano, thank you for all the bits and subs, and I
As
heard
an
you had a great time
RPGer.
also this week. Pat Draws, all
No
the
doubt.
great chattery. Tom, good to see you as well in here. Saw Lydia in earlier.
I'm
Miss
tired.
Jay popped in.
Yeah.
Garrett,
Yeah.
Garrett, always. You have set the bar high for Daisy Bell, and it seems like now Jenny is matching.
She is
that.
matching
had a-
it.
Yeah, she's definitely hitting that, and so I will get XP out to you guys.
We got fan art too.
But what's that?
We got fan art.
No,
Oh, we have
don't.
fan
No,
art?
no.
Okay, all right, hold
No,
on.
it's sad.
let's-
It makes me sad.
Okay, I haven't
Oh, I
seen
bet
it
it's
here.
Finley related.
Fine.
Oh, is it a smoking Finley or something?
Oh,
That's so
his
sad.
little tears.
It's okay. They actually wouldn't be there with that
That's a
much heat
picture of
from
me.
Stop.
No, when he got out, it would be, yeah. Hang on
That's
here.
what I like.
This is you.
It's fine.
Same.
That's
This
all
is
of
me
us.
well, this is me, but with all the fire actually
Yeah.
being there.
Here we
Yeah.
go. If you're not in our
The only one
Discord,
who's actually somewhat okay is Daisy.
you should be in our
Daisy's just
Discord.
like, I got a treasure chest.
Check it
and a
out.
snake.
Thrown
Well,
around by a giant today.
There is so much happening on our Discord, not just like fan
Killed a
art
giant,
and text-based
true.
roleplay, but
Single-handedly.
actual
We had a
games. Friday Night
chest.
Crusade.
Just house.
Okay,
We had
Dranik
a-
did 4 damage or
And
something.
We had a good FNC on Friday night. Vassin
I mean, I'm
on
carrying lots
Thursday.
of loot.
All kinds of fun stuff happening in our
Just money
Discord.
bags,
So
just
check
money
that out.
bags.
Miss money
And
back.
then let me pull up the fan art here.
Listen,
All right.
we wouldn't be getting out of here with money if it wasn't
#BlueBoxRPG
for
in the
you,
chat.
so.
#BlueBoxRPG.
You know.
That
Someone
gets
has
you
to.
in the giveaway. And yes, that is absolutely true. Here is Finley. It's fine. I'm fine. It's all fine. She
Yeah.
loves me. She really does.
I like his new hairdo. Oh, that's fire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fire. That's flame. Oh, his little hairless
buddy.
paws.
Listen,
Me
we
loves
all would have
rats
done
on
what you did.
fire.
We all would have forgotten about the rat in our
rat
shirt.
is on
I know I would have. Do not feel
He
bad.
was burning.
I'm
and
gonna
the
keep
bird
feeling
was
bad.
burning.
You can do what you want. But don't.
Listen, this is what having a familiar's all about. is that they
Making
almost
mistakes.
die.
Well, it's like. But
Rachel, don't think I understood just how much, like, how close it was to the entrance of it at the time.
Yeah, I didn't either. I thought it was like 5
My
feet within the place was the
animal
death.
killed
I-
a giant.
But you did say
She
15
almost
feet at
I
one
did say
point.
15.
Originally, I didn't
You
think
didn't
that.
know how to
yeah, okay.
feed a snake.
You
He
own
was starving.
a snake.
But either way, like running into flame with Finley, like it would have been, and you didn't think it, which is fair. That's fine, right? It's fun. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine.
It's fine. I'm not gonna go
Like-
cry. It's fine.
Set the little guy out.
he
Don't
accepted
carry
it
him
at the
into
end.
flame
Just
with you.
stop.
He shouldn't
Yeah.
have to. Is the
All
thing.
right. #BlueBoxRPG
We'll get
in
there.
the
He is
chat.
a rat.
Let's go around.
here's-
Why should you be? Sorry.
He's
I was
so
gonna
much
say,
more
I
than a
think
rat.
that from now on,
He's
Mila
so
should
much
start
more than a
praying
rat.
for a holy hamster ball.
Holy.
I think like
A hamster ball of invulnerability?
Yeah,
a globe, like a
that,
globe of
I think
invulnerability?
I need to get that.
Like a globe.
A globe of
She said that.
invulnerability.
Okay, she said that apropos of
I
nothing.
wrote
showed
the
her
words
what you.
holy hamster ball for Finley in my notes.
Love it, love it, love it. All right, so
frick?
let's go around. #BlueBoxRPG in the chat. That gets you in the giveaway. Tonight's
I'll tell
giveaway
John
is
after.
show him
Against the
that's
Cult
good for you.
of the Reptile God, original N1 module.
Wild.
This was from 1981 or something. When was this?
You're like a prophet.
82, I think.
Listen, I
So
know.
we're giving this away tonight. It's a reprint. It's not original, but it's a
don't
perfect
even have
reprint.
to be in there.
Yeah.
Lightning source. It's
You're
very well
rent-free.
done.
We're fine.
Check that out. And let's go around the room, and we'll start tonight with
Yeah.
This one.
Read that. Just that message from Rachel in the middle.
Mila. Why should you be Stream MVP?
Hey guys. Got that good healing going on. Got Finley nearly killed. Got herself nearly killed. Had a lot of good internal understanding of
4 days
where
ago.
Mila is at with not only her past and backstory, but also just everything within this fight just coming down in swarm. We got to see the not good side of Mila, the side that she doesn't like to show people, the side that she tries to not show herself ever as well.
Which was pretty cool, though.
Characters
Hey.
with flaws are good.
And man, does she have them.
It's good to be bad.
And then the part of her that as soon as there is something else for her to latch onto that is not her own shit stuff, she goes for it.
Politeness.
Whoop. She nearly got Finley killed, guys. I don't feel good about it. Don't feel good about it.
Scary.
I cried. You guys saw tears on my face. Whew! Go to someone
At the
else.
side of my face, flames.
And we'll get to that as well. Don't worry. I
Okay.
have things planned.
Okay, all right.
no.
You will be rolling for Natasha. Natasha, I trust you guys are still okay from the earthquakes. Let us know you're still in the chat. Yeah, I see you there, right there. All right, next is going to be
Curled up.
Daisy Bell. Why should you be Stream MVP?
Well,
That treasure.
fiddle-dee-dee. And Stream MVP should be me. Why? Well, I will tell you why. Well, you know, it started out that little giant, and you know, it served him a little justice.
Justice first kill.
And,
Justice
you
first.
know, and you know, I looted his body and got myself a pouch. And there's some stuff.
I think
in
you
there.
said a sack is what
Yeah.
you
I
got.
did, yeah.
I did cut his
You
sack
snipped
off.
the
You did
sack.
snip a
You
sack.
snipped the sack,
Yep.
yes.
Then I went and looted some tents. I mean, I miss money bags.
Absolutely.
You
Someone's
know,
got to do it. Someone has to loot.
Votes
You
for money.
know? Somebody's got to loot. I'm gonna do
I
it.
will pay you cash.
I'll give you gold.
You know, other than that, oh, well, poor little Ashy. He is no more with us, but I did leave my mark on him. He has a daisy on him for life.
For life.
Then, I went into a portal and. Well,
my
if you
friend had a
want to vote for
breakdown.
me, vote for me.
All right, you are rolling for. You got Pat Draw.
He never wins. He never wins.
Never wins. Why should you be Stream MVP?
Oh goodness. Yikes. I was like mentally kind of out of it during the session, and so I was just doing my best, but I feel like we got to see some interesting sides of Click. One, I mean, the man's dedicated to getting stuff done. Mostly because he feels like a complete and utter failure. And so he didn't want to keep feeling like that. He wanted to do something that wasn't actually a failure for once. And ran in headfirst into a raging fire to do so. And did succeed on getting out the things that we possibly could have gotten out. Didn't account for some other variables. But those things happen because I used my fate chip anyways. Major fate chip.
fate chip.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. It was necessary. It
And well role played.
was my character's fault that you were in there, and so yes, and so he was just dealing. He was dealing with things by not dealing with things, and for him in the moment that made sense. And we'll get to see how that works out in the end. But yeah.
Well, as always, all of you did fantastically. Dahlia, why? Let me tell you, you're rolling for. You're rolling for Thomas. Chris, you've got
Hey.
Ruingal. All right, and Chris, you're still in the chat, I believe. Just say hey to us. Dahlia, why should you be Stream MVP?
Because she will be.
We got some good stuff.
She said sobbing.
From Dahlia this session, and by good I mean sad. Yeah, I mean we
Some
started.
fun stuff at the beginning.
Yeah, we did. I got to hit the Bloody Nine a little bit, help Throg get him down.
You crit him.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
did.
Not confirmed, but
You did confirm it. You just rolled a 9
I
on your
just did
confirm.
bad. I didn't do well, and that's fine. They all can't be winners.
Tell me about it.
I watched my friends almost die in a fire.
Yeah.
Not that Dahlia knows the extent that it could have been, of just like, wow, they really got out of there. They're so smooth. Wow, great. That's awesome. I'm so glad my friends
No
are
fair.
here. And yeah, you got to see a little bit, I think,
Just
of
smooth.
incidental foreshadowing of Dahlia feeling like a real monster and reacting poorly when people point that out, or react nervously as the walk back with the Dryads and short conversation with Daisy. And then you got to see it again as the Fey-Veils dropped, and all the stuff with Anthe and her looking horrified
And literally running away.
and running away.
Yeah.
It's good. And, we've all been in love. We've all been in love before, people. It's not just the way it is.
You all have people run from you in
Sometimes
terror.
you run away.
You know how you kiss and then they say, ah! Just me.
It happens.
Okay, maybe we haven't all been there. But yeah, so you got to see. Wake up, everyone! New Dahlia lore. I have a dad. Maybe he's there somewhere out there.
I hope he is.
Yeah, I hope so. Man, love to hang out with my dad.
You may still have a mom too. Who knows?
Well,
No.
I wouldn't if I. That's
She's-
another.
she
I'm not
sucks.
shooting. I have mom issues.
Yeah, mom issues. Yeah, big mom issues.
Well, I've got two moms who are cool. One of them's a grandma and she's a tree, and the other
That's
one's
true.
a regular mom and she's also a tree, and then all my other moms are bad. And that's why she vote for me for Stream MVP.
Okay.
Just because you have an even split of good moms and bad
Yeah,
moms.
You
good
will
moms,
be
bad
rolling
moms.
for
Good moms, bad moms.
Lucitios. Lucitios,
Hey,
you are in.
subscriber?
Lucidos.
What's that? Yeah, I believe. Let me see. Yep, sub. They're all
Great.
subs. All right, let's go. Let's roll around. Tell us who you're rolling for. Make the roll. We'll start with you.
Pat draws, and I'm rolling with 2 dice. I have not rolled with.
He's not holding his
so-
breath. Stream MVP vote is up there. They get 250 experience points
Well,
for
I
this.
hope you didn't hold it for too long. 13.
A 13.
Bad.
All right, that's not bad. That could
could all
win.
roll
Let's
like
go to you, Mila.
Roll like
Natasha.
Here we go for Natasha.
Nat 20.
Oh my God,
Nat 20.
Larry
Am I
called
sending
it.
stuff to Iceland again?
Larry called it. He said nat 20, please.
This was the dice that I rolled a nat 20 on before the session too.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to be shipping to Iceland unless one of you can hit a nat 20. Go ahead.
Brungal, Chris.
Here we go,
nope,
Chris.
2 15s.
Stream MVP, vote, vote. It's up there.
Nope.
Oh, it's close. You all have 4. It's totally tied.
What if
4,
we all
4,
win?
4, 4.
Oh, the MVP
Fours
is
right,
across
I
the
don't see it.
board.
Yep.
Go ahead, Dahlia.
Oh, I rolled and I got an 8 and a 5.
All right, congratulations.
Sorry, I was zoning
You
out
are the
watching
winner,
the votes.
Natasha. We'll send out another package to Iceland. Glad you're
Got
okay.
Stuff over here.
from-
Do we need to
What's
send
that?
more stuff? He said they've got a pile over here.
I think he means on
I'll
his
pull it up. They may have more.
Okay.
Well, I'll pull it up. So, but anyway, I'm glad you guys are doing okay with the earthquakes and nothing bad is happening
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
Still time for the vote here. Hang on here. Let
There
me.
you go. Look at us.
We're tied.
We are.
I was not expecting to have very many votes.
Maybe it's
No,
like
it's
you're
actually
not a failure.
it's really really.
I
close.
don't think that's
You
true.
used a major fate chip.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
that's true.
we failed.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, but it's like
You saved Mila. She's not
supposedly.
dead.
I don't know if
Thomas
it's true.
saved
Kobe
Mila.
Bryant in high school supposedly would let the score get out of hand
So that he could make a nice
create
comeback?
comebacks
So
at
that's
the
what I'm
end.
doing, is
That's
this
what you
what
did.
you-
Yeah, you purposefully
You're right.
created that.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
yes.
Let's
Well-
go with that. Let's go with that. Let's go with
Well
that.
played. Yes. All right. So
Hundo,
just a few minutes. You
One
can vote.
vote for me.
Um,
Vote for me.
Don't leave when the stream is over.
getting
We're
unbalanced.
going
I
to
know,
end
it's
it,
really great.
and then Fall of Red Dawn will come right up afterwards. You don't have. It's not a raid.
We got 10,
It's
10,
going to
5,
come
and
right.
5.
So you just stay on
I
this
love
channel,
that.
and Fall of Red Dawn will be on Tuesday night. We have Sea of Dark Sun
Hey.
returning. The aftermath of their combat. So it was
Oh, man.
ironic. We had 2 massive tabletop combats in both these campaigns. They both concluded at the same time, but they
Rip
are.
to you.
Yeah, yes, thankfully. So the Scion, we will see someone new on Tuesday night in our game, and so check that out. You won't want to miss that. Wednesday we are off. Thursday is Thanksgiving, of course, so there is no LMA on Wednesday night. We'll give everybody the night off and rest.
One night of rest for you.
Yeah, one night, yes. I believe FNC is still playing on Friday. That's at least the plan. Last
From
I
what
saw.
I last saw, yeah.
No Vassin on Thursday, I'm sure. It's Thanksgiving. And then we'll be back with Tears of Aihrde next Sunday. So we will be playing on Sunday, figuring we're going to miss at least one or two. during the
right as I'm about to say it.
Yay!
It's
Time's
11
up
to
again.
11. It's so close. Vote, 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 vote,
No,
vote.
let us both get
Vote.
XP, John.
Yay!
I don't think he's going to let us do that.
It was
man.
so close. So Mila and
so
Dahlia,
good.
Mila and Daisy, you tied. You both had the same. Click and Dahlia, you tied with 11 each. And because you used the Major Fate chip, I will allow this. You both get 250 XP. You are both stream MVP tonight. So as we sign off tonight,
I will take it.
we want to say thank you again to all of our Mad Chatters. Big love
Yeah.
to each of you.
Big time.
Thanks for following. Thanks for watching. If you're watching the show tonight and you've not followed, which by the way, you know that's free,
Come on,
right? You
man.
just click the little
Hit the
heart
little
button at the
heart.
bottom. It's just so
Come on,
easy.
give us love.
Or if you're a follower and you've not subbed,
Please, I need love.
or if you're a sub
children
whose
love
sub has expired and you have not resubbed, why? We have one question for you tonight. What are you doing? Give us a follow, give us a sub. We appreciate all the love and all the support. And as we sign off to now, final comments from my players to our Mad Chatters.
So fun. Such an emotionally draining episode.
Come
Thanks
back
for
next
hanging in.
week.
I'm
Thanks.
sure next episode
Everything will be
Nothing
happy
bad
and
could
great.
ever
drink a bunch
go
of
wrong.
wine and get crazy
Really
in the
drunk.
woods.
And it'll be great.
And that'll be in real life. No.
Yeah. it's going to be a live recording of us in the woods drinking.
Sitting.
Just you wait.
All right, stay with us. Blue Box signing out,
Hey.
and then Blue Box signing right back in.
Right back
Bye-bye,
in.
everybody.
Goodbye. Have a good Thanksgiving if you celebrate.
Happy Thanksgiving.